Washy gonna find Bolu, but does get hit markers by Jez. Going up against, they're now all tied up. 1-1. Tetillo is going to get taken down by Jazzy. Now Jazzy pushing up towards the B flag. We're rocking that 35 round. See that we have Big pushing up incredibly far, but this should be a free kill for Tetillo. Sure enough, with the push from the backside, finds Jazzy.
Botão no cofrinho do Ibis, pofo pra cima do Delzinho. Double pofo do craque. Faz clique aí, meu chat. Você tá no YouTube, faz o clique da jogada. Tomara tá.
Pepe. Um som, vou cravar cima, trava esquerda, trava esquerda. Tem um, só tem um. Não tem mais um.
Aí tem que botar essa
pode ver agora, calma, segura.
Nossa!
Hey, we've got two players left to deal with. FN 420. Oh my god, Lucky, what the hell was that? Count them out. Can't do it. Lucky is Dark Wizard. You're the only hope here, Dark Wizard. Oh my god. We've got a 2v5 that is a reality. Lydia looking for the shots. Lydia's gonna round the corner. Lydia finds one. Lydia just needs to find Lucky. Doesn't happen. We're going to another round. The most at the moment. Finds another one. Just an absolute demon. A quick list in with the side of Nova. Dave, you're going in.
People see, there is one A now.
Oh my, Chris, he's all 1-4. Where you at, homie? I know you're in a typical sniper area right now. You're getting 80 with close. Lucky, get headshot. Cosmo, you want the smoke? Get it too, homie. We got a 1v1.
Oh my goodness, Iona! Bro, watch.
Extend was left alive. Now it's Iona looking to make this.
Yo, this girl's dirty! Aggressively push up to this degree. Lydia's able to find one. Misa coming through. What's that? Is that a kilo? Whoa! Whoa! Artemisa, the Damascus kilo. Oh, Kells. Finds one, is looking for two, but Artemisa. Yo, this girl kinda nuts with the kilo, bro.
Yo, how are you?
I have been. Down herself on that Sparrow shot, but the Angels do maintain this P3. Oh, brick stuff! Well, it was looking good for a minute there at the beginning of this round, but it has quickly gone in. I think you're right on the money. The arrow can push that up, finds two in the feed to start things off. Those double kills are worth a ton of points, let alone
Alrighty, everybody. Very good evening to you. Thought that we were going to get away with you that quick. No, it's been 1 week since the grand finals for Mobile Mayhem, but we're back for some more action-packed event. I am always Verdict, and the person sitting next to me looking much better. The hair looking wild like you just woke up, my child. Look, that is Gilmania. Nonetheless, bro, how have you been, man? It's been a week since we've casted together, but man, so glad to be back in the booth.
It's amazing. It's honestly amazing. I may or may have not actually woken up quite recently, so I'll give you that. But I can tell you I'm already expecting a lot from this Verdict. This is something that you and I have talked in the past about, and we're going to finally get it.
Yeah, we are. We're going to get a solid 4v4 event. This is CDL style or Pro 8s, whatever you guys want to call it. This is certainly a very unique set of standards, and I'm super excited about it. I know we had talked about, previous events from past. I think we've only ever seen just one other 4v4 style event. I think that was the Red Magic one that Bobby and Day casted, and I'm so glad that we decided to do a 4v4 here for Mobile Mayhem. So what are we looking at here for the invited teams? I think a lot of people were recognizing, but some of these teams looking like we're shaking up some of this schedule. Am I right, Gil? I'm taking a look at Infinite Simplicity stayed the same. Who is Devious, though?
Well, that's honestly a great question. I'm even looking at the players. I'm not 100% positive, but, I see Digital, Red, Soda, and Beats. So there's that. There could be name changes over there, or maybe not. Honestly, I'm not sure. But, yeah, like you mentioned, plenty of teams that's only match one. Do we have the match screen right now?
Yeah, we do. We actually do. Match number one again is Gil just mentioned it, Infinite Simplicity and Devious. Truly and Luminosity. Truly is actually a rename, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually, I think it's a completely different team. As I was taking a look at the run of show, that team looks pretty sick. Truly is Foresaken, Rebalo, Teabag, and Haxs. I think that fifth would be Space, as I believe they were all scrimming earlier. And then LG, we already know it's Blurr, Band, Solo, Envy, and Washy. Galaxia Gaming and Celeste, Veteran, Losty, Bomar, aka Lethal, Shotzy, and Reckless for GX or XG. And then Celeste has got Jazzy, War, Kira, and Cammy, and Laila as their fifth. And our fourth and final matchup of the night is Upper Echelon and Zygnus. So this is a double elimination style bracket. Based off of what we've seen here, what team do you think is the most stacked outside of Luminosity?
Oof, that's a great question. I mean, I'm quite interested with the team that you mentioned there for Truly. I feel like it has players that really are capable of a lot. Foresaken, Rebalo, Teabag, and Haxs. I feel like that's a team that we should keep an eye open for. While at the same time, Verdict, they were, to my opinion, unfortunate enough to have in front of them Luminosity first. So, it's a bit of a mixed feelings over there. We do have, if I'm not mistaken, a lowest bracket. I don't want to be that guy who plays them already over there. Verdict, but
hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Anything can happen. The boys look good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was watching some of the scrims. Like, I was just checking to see if my emulator was running properly, and I hopped into Teabag's games, and they were actually scrimming a pretty well-known team that's not playing in this event. I'll let you all do the process of elimination. Who is not playing in this 4v4 tournament? And you could, let your, mind run free. But they look pretty dang good. I don't know how that translates to 4v4, but I'm excited to see how they play against LG. What are we playing for, Gil? I don't know if you've got a chance to peep the prize pool, but that is a pretty hefty prize. $2,000 in total, $1,100 for first place, $600 for second and third, rounding out the bottom with $300. That's $800 more than EU got all season last.
Serious? I mean, if you thought, ladies and gentlemen, that this quote-unquote off-season in between the regular seasons of Mobile Mayhem was going to be boring, you wouldn't have that much to see. Well, with this event, with this heavy pricing as well, I can tell you all that everybody will definitely give out their best. Like you mentioned, we don't know quite yet how teams will adapt to this format. At the end of the day, there's only been one other time in the past where we've seen a 4v4, and a lot in the table for the prize pool, and a small tweak, a small change that makes a huge difference as it is to go from 5 to 4 players on each team. So
Yeah.
there it is.
There it is. Got to give a huge shout out to the sponsors for making that prize pool possible. MGC, Call of Duty Mobile, Trovo, and Grella. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dive into the action. We're going to see what's what roster is able to make the adjustments necessary. As Gil just mentioned, it's a different game when you're playing 4v4. We're about to find out how it is for Call of Duty Mobile. We've seen it in CDL. Looks pretty damn good, but those maps are a little different. These maps, however, they're classics, they're bangers. And, of course, we're going to start off with Hardpoint on firing range, followed by a search and destroy on raid. And if we go to that game 3, Gil, it's going to be control on standoff. Summit is banned, as well as Hacienda. I might have to agree. 4v4, Hacienda may not be the best option. Maybe for search. Search would be kind of interesting to see, but Hardpoint, man, that's got to be like very difficult to overcome that kind of space.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, there's something that I think with the 4v4, that's what is going to have the most importance on the hard points, right? The capability of you making sure that you're covering as best as you can those gaps. We've talked about in the past how having one less player always affects that department. So you said it. We are going to start on hard point firing range. The points are, to me, I think one of the best for hardpoint, on this map particularly. I definitely like the way it rotates pretty much like a circle in a sense, and I'm intrigued. I can't wait much longer for us to start predictions verdict on this first match for you.
Oh man, based off what we saw in the regular season, S8 looked pretty solid, but again, this is not necessarily a 5v5. This is a completely different monster. I know we're gonna have mixed feelings coming to this event, but I would have to say, for consistency's sake, it's going to have to be Infinite Simplicity. But with that being said, I did look at the run of show, and that is actually the old Devious roster, if I'm not mistaken. It's Zolf, Codeine, Rehan, and Beetle who are actually playing. And if you remember, the catchphrase, stay Devious, it's certainly from that.
Yeah.
I've got to roll with. I got to roll with Infinite. Yeah, that's them. They are them. We're not doing listen-ins with them, chat. Don't ask.
Oh man, bringing in the flashbacks, huh? I see you. Understandably enough, honestly, but verdict, we don't have to wait for much longer. We're finally all getting geared up for the first match of this tournament. We are gonna start interesting here. Infinite Simplicity and Devious. This is gonna be Hardpoint on firing range.
There we go. I had to change the graphics, but you guys get the picture. We're going to hop into the action just momentarily. You guys aren't going to miss any of the action. It's going to be a race to 250, 4v4 style. Off the bat, we're on board with 2 red, who I believe is Codeine. We're just going to call him 2 red because I'm going to be honest with you, that's a lot of names to come through. 3 down almost instantly. Cartel's the last man standing. He is spraying and praying. But it is going to be through the treacherous trailer. One player is going to be able to beam him down. So back and forth we've gone. Nobody has hopped the hill as of yet. We do see one player making the motion over. It is going to be Yawn. He is looking for some hill time. He's going to find it in the first 30 seconds in. They're going to have a little bit of an advantage, Bill.
Yes, sir. A few seconds in, but the fight continues now. We may see some control by the hands of Digital, aka Self, getting inside. Already 3 kills, hanging in the hill. 20 more seconds left, and he's trying to survive for the longest time for the side of Devious. Doing a great job at defending, but you can see it. You don't necessarily see that hyper aggression that you tend to see on other circumstances. And as we now begin to see people rotate to the next hill, actually first there, we're gonna get Devious verdict.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna get Devious with it now. 7 seconds for the hill pops. So there's 2 players there. One has dropped. Kingz finding a nasty 2-piece. Looking to open the floodgates, but there it goes. 3 in the feed, right back in it. Devious continuing to stay on top. Yawn going to be able to find 1, but finds 2, doesn't get the 3rd. Now, as we see, the pills popped, and it is going to be the advantage in favor of Devious. So they're going to remain in control for the time being. Kingz still going to be on the outskirts, looking to cause some trouble. Not happening. So far, so good here on the P2 Armory site. And it's a lockdown here for the boys over at SD. Let's see how long they can maintain it. Carlos able to find 1, gets the hop up. Beats is the last player alive. The break is in, and it is Swift Justice with what looks like the TAC 5 that has popped. Man, I'm drawing a blank, bro. It's been a while since we cast, man. I'm a little rusty. I'm going to be honest with you.
Nah, you're good, my friend. Honestly, I like the way that worked out for both sides. It seems like for about 30 or so seconds, we saw Devious control for point number 2. Then the breakthrough finally came in for the side of Infinite Simplicity. Now thinking of the next area, seemingly we're gonna get Devious first again, at least to my understanding, because I see none other than a Beetle inside. No, got caught through the window. The next one is gonna be Red CODM inside here with the CVR. And you know, that could be an issue at the end for Infinite Simplicity if they're not careful enough. Yeah, they are managing to get retakes for the last kills, but you are not rotating effectively. Triple kill for Slayah, verdict. That is gonna be the clean area once again in favor of Devious, but not for long after. There's also the use of the claw by Carlinhos, cleaning up the kill, the double kill for Kingz with a 100 killer with a Pred missile on top of that through the 100 killer drone as well. Carlinhos praying through the door. The 100 killer drone, another double kill for Kingz, and Yawn defending at a distance as well with is that an LK? Is Yawn, it is. Would you look at that, verdict?
Yeah,
LK making an appearance once again here.
Yeah, it is. I heard in the patch notes that we were going to get a buff in that one here recently. Then I also read somewhere else that they were going to nerf it. I was like, what are we going to do here? I want to see the LK meta. Where's it at? I don't care what kind of meta we see moving forward after I'm seeing Kingz with this kilo, man. He is cooking. Looking to get his 18th for free right there as the player was one shot. The rotation over to new. It's P4. What side approach there? Now operators being popped. It's going to be wasted. 3 Slayah. Going to be dropped immediately. He is going to be able to get that one regen, but it's very unfortunate he won't have instant access to it. Code is going to be able to get the break there as he pops the claw. Not going to be able to find there as 2 come back through in the feed. It is going to be the outskirts for Kingz. Cooking yet again on board with his 21st. And the hill going to be remaining in favor of the side of some Infinite Simplicity. So we still see about 20 seconds left to go. It is the contest that we start to see for Stay Devious, but I'm going to be honest with you, bro. These guys are not finding any success on the break here in the wood side rotation. So 15 seconds before we head on over to P1 reset. 30-point advantage so far, so good. Everything looking pretty damn good over for Infinite, am I right?
Absolutely right, Bird again on top of it. Kingz on an absolute bloodfest in here, already doubling anyone else inside of this match. 22 kills total, and still going strong in here. Inside of the hill, there's going to be Carlinhos being defended by none other than Kingz. Beast just killed himself out of nowhere. He just felt like there was too much pressure in this world and could not handle it anymore, and that is going to allow even more of a clean defense over there. Finally, the breakthrough for the side of Devious. Let's see if someone manages to get inside. There's going to be the retake now happening by Cartels, but also got spotted by Red inside of the hill. Finally, we see Slayah jumping in, immediately gets executed by the opponents, and verdict, this could be getting complicated to the side of Devious. They're going to be popping that tag 5 by the hands of Beats. That is going to be the difference that could allow them to get inside, not for long. Once again, doing what they do best on the side of Infinite Simplicity, which is just standing back for a bit, verdict, but always making sure that they're getting those kills and they are denying the opportunity to control the spawns inside of Devious. And I feel like that's the thing that's been stinging them the most.
Yeah, it has been stinging them. Right now, we're getting buckled up for a P2 setup. We are going to see Devious already there for the rotation. 3 in, only 1 on the point, though. 2 players looking to make the surrounding a little more difficult to pass, right? As Beats right at the bottom. Reds drop, Beats drop. It's Simplicity. They're looking to storm in. 2 players left standing. Slayah opting to hop with the Annihilator. Finds 2 in the feed, but gets shut down. But nonetheless, it is Devious who are going to remain on top. Carlos, the only player left alive here on the side of the map, and the transition over to this hill is absolutely devastating. Devious going to be able to continue to run through this P2 site. And one last little push, we start to see one player gets picked apart. Cartel's now going to try his luck. He gets dropped. Red going hammer right now inside the objective. Is going to pop the claw with the bird in the sky. It is going to be some more hardpoint time for him. Kingz now finally from the top is going to be able to jump in to the objective. And we're going to see the break come through. So with that being said, we're going to be heading over to P3 here momentarily. We're going to head on down for a quick listen. And Infinite Simplicity comms right around the corner.
Yeah, tech barbers. Oh, yeah, special.
One barrel.
That's one showers.
I'm looking, bro. Still bro side. I got it.
I'm looking at barrels. Come on, girls. Come on, let's finish. Finish it. Let's sack. Nice. One barrel side dead. One more on the desk. Nice. Watch your mid. I'll pick up on mid.
Alright, clears, watch. Oh, shit. No, like this. You got mid keys?
No. Alright, I'm looking at mid right now. Mid and camo and barrels.
Oh my god, nice. What the fuck? Get on the foot. It's 3. It might be A-long. Watch out, A-long.
Yeah, it's coming A-long. Yeah.
Throw low. I one shit.
Yo, mid. They pushed me. There's 2. Yeah, 2 outer wood and 2 in hill.
I want trailer.
Nice.
Flashing hill. Oh, they got.
Oh, little one, nice. Oh, it's going
Top wood right now. Top wood, Yawn.
No, bail.
Still there.
That's not dead.
Oh
my god, nice.
Watch your barrels. Watch your barrels.
Watch me. They're needing me mid.
We have your mid. Alright. We can break. I have any.
Okay, wait for Kingz.
I got one.
All right, there we go. Comms sounding very fluent right now. They're going to have a 21-point or 19-point lead. But the bad thing is, Gil, it is Devious. They have already made their way over, and they have covered the deficit tremendously. This one's a lot closer than we anticipated.
Absolutely correct. It definitely has a huge impact the way that they prioritize their rotations on the side of Devious. They may not be the ones with the most kills so far in the game, Verdict, but they are rotating just so effectively, and every single time they get a kill, they try to make as much value of it as possible. That is becoming really difficult for the side of Infinite Simplicity to actually ramp up those numbers, actually get pretty far ahead. And in fact, right now they are gonna be the ones losing on the side of Infinite Simplicity. A bit of a lead is gonna be building inside of the team of Devious. Over 20 seconds in their way. They try to pop that purifier by Digital, but unfortunately got quickly killed over there. A few extra seconds are going to be taken. We are moving back onto P4 reset, and as much as there's more kills on the side of Infinite Simplicity, I said it before and I'll say it again, if they don't fix the way they're rotating, there's definitely a chance of them losing this man.
Yeah, there definitely is. Right now from the trailer side, we're going to see the contest coming through. Cross cover is absolutely necessary here in firing range. Right now, Yawn going to be able to get the trailer control, 2 down. But it does not equate to any kind of hill time. We'll start to see a little bit of a rotation. I think 2 times out of the 3 that we've seen, or 2 times out of the 2 we've seen so far, P2 has been locked down by the side of Devious. And you mentioned those transitions. They have been all too well over this objective. Right now, the spawns have got to be taken care of if you want to get this win. Big kills coming through for Yawn. He is streaking and feasting. Trying to get into the P2 objective site himself, but he is going to get caught red-handed by Code Red. And right there, that might be it. We'll see if we can get the break here for the boys over at S8 right now. They're going to need it. Here comes the hit. 2 red now popping the claw. He's going to find 1. He's almost going to find 2, but his teammate's there to pick up the slack. And the break not going to happen. P2 3 times in a row, looking like it's going to roll in favor of Devious.
Yeah, there's going to be trouble in paradise for the side of Infinite Simplicity. They thought that the kills were going to be more than enough to secure this one out, but they are still going to be losing. A lot of operators are going to be popped at the same time. There's Carlinhos with a claw, going to find the kill onto Solo. Turns around. He knows that there's someone pushing inside of the hill. Manages to find that one onto Digital as well. Turns around now with a whole guy in hand. Got to find a triple. Continues to destroy it. He's going to be dropping a nade, and this is exactly what they needed, but let's see if Devious has anything to say about that. Carlinhos still back and forth, looking all the way across, and I find yet another kill. That's an absolute free for him. Finally, going to be executed by the side of Devious. There's still 20 seconds left. That is still going to be tasting really, really sweet for them. On top of it, we're going to see the first difference so far from what we've seen this game. What that is the fact that first, on the side of the trailer, we're gonna have the players over on of Infinite Simplicity, but let's see for how long. The side of Devious have already realized that what's going on in here, but to no avail. They're trying to push in. They have not figured out a way to do so. And Verdict, this could be the last point if the side of Infinite Simplicity controls it, but only 12 more seconds are needed here. Carlinhos. Almost a triple there.
Almost a triple there. Needed it. 10 seconds left to go. Kingz popping the ante. He's feasted on the outskirts. Digital shut down. The contest is here. They have got the break. They are making it stick for the time being. One more shot from the ante and it's done. He is not going to be able to find another. They are certainly spawning around on the other side of Woodside, and this one is going to be him turning his back. Digital from the back. You're going to see Solo from the front. They're trying to get the execution. It ain't happening. The last stand here. 14 seconds needed to shut this one down. Or 10 seconds needed and 20 seconds on the flip side. Right now, Devious cannot find a break to save their lives. They do not have the advantage. Carlos holding on for dear life. He's got 40. Looking for 41. It ain't happening. Cartel's able to pick up the slack, but it's Red coming through. Gets the break. This might be it. 6 seconds is all that's needed. Nobody here for the contest. Here comes the claw. The claw and the ricochet damage. It's good for the break. Red is shut down. 1 second is needed, but it's P4. It's the rotation. Who's got it? Carlos is there. But S8, they still need 7 more seconds to close this one out. Can they hold the line, Gil?
The side of Red trying to push in. Not gonna be enough on the very last second. They get the kill onto Beetle. Wow. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. I cannot believe it. Devious. They thought they had it. But Infinite Simplicity with a great control of things over on trailer. They completely flipped things around, and although Devious only needed an extra second over there, that extra second is never gonna come through in their way, as Infinite Simplicity manages to do something that I honestly thought it was going to be impossible in a sense, but they made it happen. Wow. They didn't rotate properly in a lot of situations, but when they did it, man, let me tell you.
Man. Yo, there's less players to cook, but my guy, Carlos and Kingz, boy, were they Ramseying it up here tonight. 48 for Kingz. 48-27 is his final stat line. 37 seconds. Not a lot of hill time. But you got a beast like Carlo finding 3 pieces in the objective. Holy hell. 2 minutes and 22 seconds. This 4v4 tourney starting to be a little special already. 250 to 249 stat line, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make that one up. That is absolutely a down to the wire. Make the rotation, hold the fort. You've got to do everything you can. Devious couldn't get it done. On the flip side of things, a team that's slayed all map long. They come through and sweep all the way into that wood site. My God, Gil, we got a banger on our hands already.
Oh man, that was incredible. That was honestly incredible. 250 onto 249. I personally have seen it only a couple of times in the past. I know you have seen it only a couple of times in the past before. Verdict, what a way to start. What a way to start. You said it. What a banger for us to begin this 4v4 tournament, ladies and gentlemen. Now you're gonna be thinking, what is gonna be the next thing, right? We're gonna be moving on to Search and Destroy over on Raid. And, you know, if I'm being honest with you, Verdict, with this sort of performance on game 1, I'm not quite sure what to expect for game number 2, you know? I would say that I would still think or see Infinite Simplicity having the upper hand.
Yeah.
Because of the kills, right? They, at the end of the day, even with the control that Devious had by rotating pretty effectively and efficiently, I'm not too sure that's going to be translating to a Search and Destroy game.
Admins, don't start it. I have to restart my emulator. Please do not hit that start button. I got to give a shout out. No, man, I totally wanted to acknowledge your first 5 tier 2 gifted subs, but then you gifted 5 more before I could acknowledge that. That was just such an intense series. So far, the hard point, an absolute banger. I gotta take a dose of woosah here in a moment, man, because it is way too late to be getting riled up like this. I'm gonna have the kids up here in a moment. Holy hell, what a game number 1 performance. So, No Man coming through with the 10 gifted tier 2 subs. Absolutely legend. Absolutely legendary, man. Day 1 supporter. I appreciate all of it, man, my guy. We're gonna get geared up for game number 2. I am certainly going to restart the simulator before we get started up, because you guys already know it. I do not want to have that iPad up and running. It is a backup plan, but nobody wants to see that, you know, expanded, you know, kind of point of view. But nonetheless, we mentioned it earlier. The best of 3 leads us to a game number 2 that is on Raid. And 4v4, at first, I'm going to be honest with you, it was a little difficult to watch. It was a little bit difficult to digest. I don't know what it is about COD Mobile. Maybe it's like the spawn in. There's no, like, delay. And so, like, you still see that kind of, like, mentality where players just, like, run and just gun everything instead of playing a little bit more strategic for the retakes. They just throw their bodies at the objective. I'm not saying that's a bad way of playing the game, but it's just so much more difficult when you only have 4 players and the pace of the game still relatively the same. in COD Mobile and 5v5 and 4v4. So I don't know. Maybe if they added like a delayed spawn effect for that, maybe we'd see like the Black be played a little bit better. But hey, you know what? I'm here for the action. The 4v4 has delivered so far. Let's see what he can bring for us here in the Search Destroy raid. I am back 100%. By the way, admins, we're good to go.
All right, verdict is ready, and so are most of the players. Once they all are, we're gonna get forward with it all. All right. 1 second. All right, yeah, everything is clear on my end. I got players ready as well. Ready up as well. Search and Destroy on raid. We talked about it. We're going to map number 2. This will be, I think, for all of the first couple of rounds of this tournament, we're all gonna be getting best of 3. So just to let you all know that at this point in time, well, the side of Devious, although played tremendously on that hard point, are still on the brink of being sent onto the loser's bracket verdict.
Yeah, this is it. Make or break. I mean, not make or break. Obviously, you have an opportunity to make it in the lower bracket. Right now, we're buckling up for a side hit. Kingz already opening up with first blood. Carlos going to be good for the second. And 2 players left standing. It's Beetle and Rihan. Beetle drops all on Sola, a.k.a. Rihan. Not going to be able to find the first shot. His location's already being given away. Yawn says, I'm not testing this, homie. King's there to have his back. He finds 3 in the round. And a first one going in favor very, very dominantly towards the side of Infinite Simplicity. So first round in, looking pretty good here on the defense. Not a single casualty. We'll see if the side of Devious can remain Devious and find a way to put a point on the board.
I mean, I got distracted for half a second and all of a sudden everybody was dead. What even is that about, Kingz? Jesus Christ, chill out for a second, buddy. Right now, they are going to be changing their strategy completely as they got truly shut down over there. And it's going to work out, you know. They find the first blood over there onto Yawn immediately. Capitalize on it by trying to plant the bomb. But in the meantime as well, Cartels and Carlinhos both are going to be getting a kill each, making it a 3 versus 2. 3v2, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds on the clock. Defending from the head glitch of the bomb. There's Beetle. Beetle trying to survive now. Looking left to right. Let's see for how long in here. His ally has been spotted. And so has he. Everybody's going to be pushing. It can't be any other than Kingz. Wow. Okay.
Yo, these boys. Animosity at an all-time high. Kingz, I feel you, homie. 5 already. We're only 2 rounds in. You got to slow down. You got to, you know, put a little bit of brakes on. Good God, man. What are we watching here? It's a beatdown so far. Only 1 kill collected out of the 2 rounds so far for the Foresaken right side of the map. We'll see if they can find some kind of strategy to work out. I mean, obviously, we had Rihan pick up that first blood, and they insta put the bomb down, but you already saw how the retakes are here for the 4v4s. They're incredible. Yawn finds the first, but is quickly out there as Rihan able to shut him down. It's another B-side hit. The 3-sec of the side of Infinite Simplicity, they don't quite know it just yet, but the hit has been on. That bomb is planted. 42 seconds on the clock. Here comes the hit for the middle of the map. We got Carlos. We've got Cartels. Cartels looking to peep the head. He's there on the ring side of the map. He does spot and lock eyes there with Rihan, but decides to chuck a nade instead. Here comes the rotation over towards red, and Digital's watching it. Is going to get some shots in, but Cartel's going to be forced back as well as Digital to reposition. Carlos able to find the first entry. Here comes a hit from the middle as well. Only 1 player on the outskirts. Digital has found himself on the out. I mean, he's literally flipped sides. Sola able to find the first there to hold off the push. 8 seconds needed. Digital in no position to contest, but he is going to get the shots to land. Carlos not able to get the bomb defused in time, and that is going to be a round in favor of Devious. This one, woo. These rounds are getting a little crazy here. I mean, a great retake, maybe a little bit of oppositioning paying tenfold for Digital. He was literally in the middle of the map at one point, right behind everybody. And what looked like a great retake for the side of Infinite Simplicity just spoiled right there by Digital.
Ooh, they're going back. They're going back into the pool. Not gonna work out yet again. Losing 1, losing 2, but getting 1 in expense. They lose the 3rd one, and all of a sudden, Riyadh is on his own. This pool pushes, man. I'm telling you, they just be drowning them on the water so quickly here. Sola on his own. Rihan trying to figure something out. Has no control over the bomb. All of his allies have been killed as well. And not only do they lose the bomb, the enemies already know where the bomb is at, so all they gotta do is sit and watch, sit and chill to wait for the opponent to make the mistake that eventually he has to do, which is try to go forward. Ooh, okay. Finds the first blood over there on 2 Cartels. That was some great kill over there for him to get already. I was a bit confused by the positioning there by Cartels. He obviously was trying to be sneaky, but clearly it did not work out for him. 45 seconds on the clock, so let's see what Rehan has left to say. Slowly but surely, going towards the bomb. He decides to go from the backside of Laundry Room. It's not going to work out, though. Going into the defender's spawn. Still taking his time, Burdick. Not really being that aggressive. He knows that it's a 1v2 in here. Misses that first shot, and Yawn is not going to forgive him for that.
No, he's not. It's not a very forgiving state. Obviously, there's not a lot of time on the clock. You've got to run towards that bomb site. Pick that bomb up and get it planted before all else fails. And unfortunately, there's great positioning there for the side of Infinite Simplicity. We'll see if they can continue that same dominance that we've seen so far. Only one round spoiled on the defense for them. Payoff round. We're back at it in the pool site. Get your swim trunks ready. We're hitting the pool 4 times on the attacking round, and 3 of them have already been unsuccessful. Well, 2 of them, actually. We've done a 2-2 split so far. This is the 3rd one. Per se. 2 players drop almost instantly. It's all down the code red. Yawn, Cartels combining for the 2 there. Yikes, this one has not been a very pleasant attacking side. King's going to be able to find his 7th. These boys are teeing off on Devious. 4-1 lead. We got one more round for the side flip. I mean, what do you think here? What's not going right here for the side of Devious? What are they not doing, proper to get successfully across to either of these sites? I think B, they had the most potential, but then they folded as soon as that bomb plant went down.
Oof, and they already gonna be losing 1, gonna be losing 2, gonna be losing 3, and the 4th one falls after just counting by less than a second in between those kills. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be flipping spawns. What is it going wrong, Verdict? I feel like is the same thing that quote-unquote went wrong on Hardpoint, although they managed to overcome it. What was the sense that they're losing the majority of their gunfights, and it's showing. On Hardpoint, they managed to cover that up with the fact that they were rotating pretty effectively, but in here, the rotations are just not working out, and on top of it, look at that aggression by the side of Infinite Simplicity, already getting 2 kills. Kingz is gonna find the 3rd one yet again. We're gonna see Rehan completely on his own, getting spotted, finds 1 kill, but misses the 2nd against the Kingz. That is completely out of his mind. 7 rounds, 4v4, 12 kills for Kingz. And although he's the one showing or shining the brightest on this match, it is the same story for everybody. They are winning the majority of their gunfights, and it's something that Devious cannot fight against.
No, they can't. Last round potential here for Devious. Obviously, it's not going to be the last round in the tournament for them. 2 drop almost instantly. They got the bomb going down. Code red at the top. Digital trying to play his life too. They're looking for the collabs for the pinch. 40 seconds left to go here in this round. That bomb is going to explode, or these players are going to drop one or the other. It's going to be the bodies drop, and that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2, 7-1 win, a blowout after a very, very, very close hardpoint. A 2-0 sweep in favor of Infinite Simplicity. That's the team that we kind of hyped up at the beginning of the series. That's the team that we predicted to win. Why? Because they have a little bit more tenure together, right? They have a little bit more vetted experience together. They just played a pretty decent season of Mobile Mayhem. They didn't quite make it to the playoffs. The team's got talent, definitely has potential to make some kind of run here in the later stages of could be a great year for Call of Duty Mobile. Right now, we're taking a look at the post-action report. 13 on board for Kingz, my guy. I think you dropped your crown at the front, bro. You are absolutely beaming the day.
Absolutely beaming indeed. We talked about him on the hardpoint. We can't avoid talking about him on the Search and Destroy. The way that he was zooming across the map, getting kill after kill after kill. It was incredible. That was only the first match, but I like that hardpoint a lot. but we already see how well a well-organized team can actually put up a lot of pressure onto at least on paper better team mechanically wise, but those rotations were lacking a bit for Infinite Simplicity. Infinite Devious made him pay the price, and Verdict with that sort of performance, that I think that brings a lot of room for teams who, like I mentioned, maybe they can struggle on gunfinds departments against other teams. If they manage to overrule them with the rotations, with their decision making, their planning all across the map, we may see more than one surprise across this tournament.
No, I think you might be right. Now, that is, of course, not the end of the line for Devious. They can remain Devious in a lower bracket as Kingz and Team Infinite Simplicity going to be moving on. If you need help finding that bracket, it is actually pinned at the very, very tippity top of chat, so you can actually check out who's playing when. Obviously, we're going to be rotating schedules from night to night. Obviously, we still have plenty more action in front of us tonight, though, too. So, this is not the end of the road for either of these teams. One's moving up in the upper bracket, one's moving down in the lower bracket. So, we're going to have a redemption. This is a double elimination tour. So, we're going to get geared up for our second matchup. This one should certainly be a treat. We're going to have Luminosity Gaming joining us in the lobby with a Truly team. That looks truly epic. I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw that roster, I was like, okay, we're making moves in here in COD Mobile. This is going to be an exquisite taste for this 4v4 lineup. So we're going to hear a word from Grilla and COD Mobile, ladies and gentlemen. Before we go, we're going to get that next matchup here in a moment, so don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gents, we're going to get ready for our second series of the night. It is Luminosity. It is going to be another banger brought to you by Mobile Mayhem and our sponsors again, MGC, Call of Duty Mobile, Trovo, and Grilla. Huge shout out for making this $2,000 prize pool happen. And I've got to be honest with you, Gil, I don't think we were ready for this 4v4 tournament. Just to be completely fair, I was not anticipating this one to be as good as it's been so far. We're one series in, and I've already hooked. I need to see more 4v4 Call of Duty Mobile competitive play.
Completely agree. Honestly, completely agree with what you just mentioned. I feel like it's definitely a lot of new things that can bring into the mix that we've already seen on only the first match. So I don't think, although this is only getting started, I just don't think that we're gonna get enough. We might just need some more in the future, and hopefully we will get it. But for now, like I mentioned, we've only seen match 1, and we're moving on to this second match of Truly versus Luminosity. So Verdict, why don't you tell us what that best of 3 is gonna be looking like?
Absolutely. We are gonna start it off with a little jackets on for that summer hard point, followed up by our sunglasses on for game number 2. We're gonna head back to the pool for that raid search and destroy. If it does go the distance, you better put your space gear on. We are getting ready to take off for a control takeoff. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Band maps coming through for Luminosity with standoff. For Truly, it was slums for obvious reason. This is a LG team that just came through and absolutely dominated all of Mobile Mayhem last season in the 2023 winter season. And Gil, what are we anticipated them doing here in this 4v4 tournament? Pretty much the same, right?
I would say so, yeah. And well, with the side of Truly, we talked about them. We're gonna see Foresaken, Rebalo 2 against Haxs. I'm expecting them to try to find the thing that shakes the most on the side of Luminosity by that lack of a fifth player. Of course, I feel like it's a smart choice to go for that Slums fans. We all know that. We know how brutal they are, and although it's not the same in this tournament, you don't want to risk it, right, Verdict? Even if there's a chance of some things being different, you just cannot risk it against a team as Luminosity.
You're absolutely right. Right now, it's the starting 4. Blurr, nVoi, Ban, and Solo. Washy on the bench, ready to rock and roll. Maybe we'll see him jump in for the Search and Destroy. No, he's not even in the VC, so this is one he's just going to take a back seat on. And then for the side of Truly, they only have 4 players. It's Haxs, Teabag, Foresaken, and Rebalo. I think their 5th player for that roster is Space. This roster is certainly going to hit like a Mack truck. If Luminosity did not prepare for this one, obviously it's a funner event. So we're looking at having, something unique and different here. It's an off-season event. But this could be the way of the future for Call of Duty Mobile. You've got to be prepared to start 4. And if that 4 is what we see right here, I'm okay with it for both sides.
Okay, well, seems like it is indeed going to be a blast to say it all. Ladies and gentlemen, we are, I believe, mostly ready to begin. Hardpoint on Summit, right? Last time, Verdict, we had Summit banned. This time around, we are actually going to be getting over there. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm intrigued. Of course, on a map like Summit, there's a lot of close ranges, but seemingly Blurr, at least to me being the first player that I see, gonna be using the Kilo, which I think is gonna be important with the combo of a Kilo and what we might see, which is an R9 by Solo. I think that's the perfect mix for all this. They gotta secure those spawns to make sure that they're getting as many points as they can. And well, here immediately we're gonna see Solo bouncing inside. Like I mentioned, R9 in hand, finds the first blood of himself, immediately pushes in for more, gonna be stopped by Rebalo. Only a few seconds are gonna be spread in favor of Luminosity, but the immediate retake comes through for the members over on Truly. This is just the beginning, but they are already just rushing all across the map, Verdict.
Yeah, Blurr gonna find 3 in the feet. Bang gonna hop the hill for some time. 30 seconds left to go. Plenty to fight for and scrap for here in the P1 site. Haxs or Rebalo, the double peek down low. They're gonna get the cage shut down, but it's nVoi there for the retaliation, as well as Blurr, who is on a 7 feet. Let's give him some screen time. My guy is cooking right now. This Kilo is making his presence in the 4v4 tournament. First game it did, it was absolute beauty of a display from Kingz, who dropped 48 right now. 7 on board so far here for the man in Blurr. He's got a cheeky little jump up, trying to get the top control there from Rebalo. Is going to get shut down finally, but he's earned streaks. No longer will be working for that EMP, but does have the pretty. So P2 right around the corner, 34-6. It is LG all the way so far. And Solo with the R9 master of R9 hoppers. Not going to be able to get the finish there on Haxs, but the drop down, he's won. Blurr gets the trade, and certainly now we're starting to see the rotations for P2. It is the catwalk rotation. A very, very contested one so far.
And those 3 kills are gonna immediately change the pace of things here. The 100 killer drone gonna be thrown as well. Solo pretty much sniping with our R9, finding a double kill to Rebalo and Foresaken. nVoi with a kill Blurr as well to secure the complete shutdown of the opponent. Solo just zooming onto enemies' health bars with the help of Band. They're also gonna be taking down T-Wagon with all those kills in mind. They're gonna be flipping so heavily onto those spawns that they can secure point number 3 already inside. We're gonna get Solo all the way to the back. Of course, we're gonna get a mixture of both nVoi and Blurr to secure their own backs. Make sure that there's no one pushing from the back end of this map, and so far working out, with the exception of that Solo actually got spotted himself, you know? A clean retake for Truly. But let's see for how long. Solo got killed, but spawns quite close. Tries to go in, but the TAC 5 is gonna secure the area for a few extra seconds. I'm sure just not enough. The side of Truly are struggling to find a pace through here.
Yeah, they are. They almost got the flip there on the spawn sites, but they did never get it locked down. Rebalo now trying to wait. Gets a few kills in, and does find the first there on Ban. Now is waiting for the cavalry to come through. Here comes the hit. Oh, right into the Super Soaker it goes. That water is freezing these players, and it is going to be a halt here on the push with 20 seconds left to go. You got a question and decision. Do you have to rotate new? I think you do. And that's the right mentality now, as T-Bag and team are retaliating by setting up early for a big hill of their own. So far, so good for LG. They are locked and loaded. Haxs trying to make the rotation all the way through the snow side. 3 players have already crossed mid-map. And LG just continuing to snowball this one out of effect. It is Banned trying to get the bunker down for spawns, but he gets shut down. Solo now, the last hope. He's got teammates on the other side of the corner, but he gets shut down. Here comes nVoi. The hills hop. Nobody's on it right now. And when nVoi just going absolutely crazy, it's kind of hard to justify rotating early when you've got LG who can get the breaks early in these rotations as well. My God. Locked down. It has not been a good game here from the side of True. They are getting absolutely dominated so far, Gil.
Absolutely dominated indeed, and is just halfway through. 115 to 28, ladies and gentlemen. Look at those kills, look at those points, look at just everything in the map. Whenever we see Luminosity rotating first, they get the complete control. If we see Truly rotating first, they quickly get just kicked out of their own experience in the inside of the hill. Only 28 points, already losing by 100 and increasing by the second. Inside of the hill, we still got Banned from the Ascards. The defensive approach by nVoi gonna be spotted. Only 1 player alive left. It's gonna be Banned, but Banned pushes out a few more kills for him, for Blurr, and for Solo. We cannot forget about one of those super aggressive shotgun players here on Summit. We're going back onto P1 reset. Solo already on the inside of the cage, but I don't even think that a cage is going to be enough to stop this man in there. TAC 5 is popped, not enough. Finds that kill immediately. God. Pushes for more, and he cannot be stabbed. Solo. The damage, the output that he brings with the R9 verdict, unmatched.
Yeah. Unmatched, uncanny. The man is just on a mission, and right now his mission is just to destroy the mentalities and the morale and everything about Truly on the opposite side of the map. And he's doing damn good work so far. LG absolutely blowing these boys away. We'll see if Truly can fight back right now. We're going to get buckled up. We're going to get our first dose of listen-ins. You already know who we're rolling with. It is going to be LG. We'll see how they sound here momentarily.
I flashed. We got a 10 seconds. I got Token on top. I'm clearing all corner side.
P2 band, bottom control.
One corner, one A door, one P2.
One computer, 2 computers, just ignore him.
One missing new dead. Okay, so one con. There's gonna be 2 con, one top.
I have a theory.
Con, Solo.
It's one top, he's dead. Just another one top, another one top.
Top, jumping down.
I flash top.
Dropping now. Only half. Flash now.
The flash top.
I'm coming back with Fury.
Come there.
Blurr, go top.
Top one tap. He's still top.
He's on the bridge.
Oh,
Careful,
Brett, I'm an idiot.
Careful, green. We have space.
One side, bridge, one side, peek him.
Yo, Con.
One side hill, bottom, one side.
Put some
Top down
green
as well.
here,
Top down as well.
hard.
He's sitting top.
One bottom, two in hill.
One con dead. You guys have to push the.
Fuck.
Rebalo dead on him. Another one P2.
All right now we are starting to see a little bit of a fight back here out of the boys over at Truly. Not locked down as of yet, but the P3 rotation looks like it is pretty promising. 2 players there. Foresaken needs to go absolutely bonkers, but it's Blurr able to anchor down the squad. Spawns here for the boys over at LG. The team in blue are absolutely giving it to them. But look at it, teabagging team. They might have found the flip. Ban, the only player left standing on this side of the map. 3 players going to spawn in, make it all 4. The TAC 5 is going to be popped. And Ban is just wreaking havoc. Look at this. He has not missed a shot with the Annie. And what was looking like a little bit of a spark of a comeback. Insert LG in the equation. And Gil, good night. This one is not looking pretty.
Oh, man. Bro, I don't know if you caught that, but Band was so close to doing a 7-piece with a single Annihilator. How, you may ask, he got a collat to begin with and then proceed to don't miss a single shot. The reason why he didn't get the 7th one is because there was no one else left to kill. It's only 4 players. You can only do 6 free and expect someone else to pop out of a corner. But in here, Verdict, although the side of Truly, I would say that effectively slowed down Luminosity for a little bit. They are back at it again, already increasing those numbers. They need less than 20 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're going to get Truly getting there first, but let's see for how long. Trying to go for a defense. There's going to be T-Bag popped out. The only one inside is going to be Haxs. Let's see for how long he survives. He highlights. Popping live popcorn, finds a kill. Haxs gets executed. Nothing will prevail inside of a point if the side of Luminosity does not allow it. Finally, we see some control by Truly, but I'm not too sure that's going to last for too long. There's Blurr with a double. Blurr pushing in. There's going to be the pure fire by the side of Luminosity solo with a shotgun, and this should be the end of things. No, T-Bag still fighting. Truly refusing to give up in here.
Yeah, well, they can refuse for how much longer, though? Only 9 seconds needed on the flip side of things. Luminosity Gaming trying to put the knots, tie this one up here on game number 1. Only a moment. We'll see if any mistakes are being made. Right now, they've been flawless. T-Bag is cooking inside of this objective, and this is what we needed to see off the rip. I mean, if we would have seen a start like this, maybe we would have seen a little bit more of an interesting game like we saw in our first series. Unfortunate for them, though. They have found themselves in this position. We'll see if they can dig themselves out now. P1 reset right around the quarter. Third time around. And again, flirt with disaster. You make one wrong move, this game is over. First initial hold is going to be in favor of the side of LG, but here comes Rebalo and here comes T-Bag. They have a mission to make the comeback. nVoi in the corner trying to prevent any of that from happening as the Purifier is going to be pop claw from the top rope. It's solo. He finds 2. Looking to make it 3. He gets shut down. Rebalo from the top as well. Not going to be there for the contest. You've got to go. And LG going to be able to lock it down. Truly, it was not that close, guys. You guys got to fight for that last little bit of scrap time, and obviously, you got to find a way to get those early rotations. LG kind of beat you to the punch 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, the side of Truly just could not find a way to fight against Luminosity because they were doing whatever they felt like doing in here. Look at those numbers, 30 and above for Luminosity, while it is less than 30 and below for the members over on Truly. There was only a few sparks of actual fight back against the opponents, but the reality is that Luminosity had control across, I want to say 70 to 80% of all game long. They always did whatever they felt like doing. Look at Band all the way to the top 30 kills. Not going to be the one with the most kills, but the one with the most time inside of the objective. But the reality is those are all very similar numbers to one another, with the difference that I just like Solo a little bit better because he was using a shotgun, but you know, a little bit biased on my behalf, but still, it was an incredible game number 1. And I mean, we already seen Verdict what a team that tends to win the majority of gunfights on hardpoint does on Search and Destroy 4v4. And I can only expect for us to see something really similar to what we saw in the first match.
I mean, I don't know. This is going to be an interesting one. Raid for game number 2 certainly has you know, has me in mixed emotions. I think this was Truly's map pick. His Summit was 100% LG's, and we saw it. They played it very well. I mean, there was no question about it. It was a brilliant performance in hardpoint to start off the bat. Now is, I mean, they had, what was it, Truly in a slump. I mean, even off the bat, P1 was devastating, P2 was crazy, P3 didn't get any better. Got to find a way to dig and get yourself out of them trenches early on. We get into the later portion of the game. Obviously, you had a little bit more of a fight back in that P4, but God, you got to find some early successes to thrive on, as well as adapt in some of those late game rotations. Not necessarily the case there. LG, they take game number 1. They're looking to make it a 2-0. We're heading over to Raid for Search and Destroy. This could be the last game of this night for the side of Truly. We'll see if they can make the most of their map pick. Based off what we've seen, this is a map that they've got to feel strong on the attacking side, knowing that you know, your opponent gets to pick the side of the map. As Luminosity are going to be on the blue side. Yeah, that's right. I did watch your videos, and it makes sense. You got to feel strong on the attack these first 6 rounds. You can't afford to get steamrolled right off the bat.
I just saw someone in chat say, I'm not gonna name any names, but saying that using the Annihilator is the same as using a Ballista, I'm gonna stop you over there, man. Like,
let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook.
Jesus Christ, I was not ready for that.
Dumbest ish I've heard all night long, and I've heard some pretty dumb stuff, guys.
Oh man, I was not ready for it.
I'm not gonna look back to see who wrote that. Actually, let me look back.
Oh man. You did what?
Yo, bruh. I didn't want to look back, but I had to look back. I had to see who we're gonna flame later on. Ain't no way we're making those comparisons, guys. All right, imagine Ballista and COD Mobile competitive. I absolutely just cringe every time I see it pop. I'm sure these players would too.
Oh man.
Game number 2, we're heading over to LA. Hollywood Hills, California will be pretty for one of these teams on the first 6 rounds. We are going to see the attack strats come through for the side of, you've guessed it, it's Truly. They are in a position where they could be eliminated and sent to the lower bracket. We'll see if they can make the most of their map pick. Opening hit now over towards the A side. T-Bag has successfully made it, but look at it. It's Solo. He's got the Wild Wild West SBR. What the hell is this? What? I've seen you with the Kilo, but what? Oh, okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, from the back, there's going to be Ambi preventing the bomb plan. Ambi once again finding the double. Ambi pushing for more without realizing that the enemy is actually behind him. So turns around and through the wall is going to be scaring off Foresaken. So Foresaken alive in the middle of a 1v2. Let's see what he can do against that almighty SPR. Ladies and gentlemen, Wild West SPR in here. A shot is going to be missed by Solo, so Foresaken can live for another day. And that was a mistake by Solo, allowing him to survive. Brings in the heat of the second kill this round for him. Now a 1v1. The bomb not planted just yet, so this is definitely going to be a true showdown amongst the two of them. I'm not too sure. I thought that Foresaken knew that Ambi was over there. But clearly he was not, right? He was just looking back and forth, so
no
if
idea.
he knew he was there, I'm sure he wouldn't have done that, but mistakes were made, timing was not right, and we once again see on the first round verdict the triple kill that decides the fate of the round.
Yep. It's nVoi. He's got 3 on board right now. He's looking for more. It's Blurr through the middle of the map. Gets a little too big for the push, and gets shut down. Foresaken there for the trade. T-Bag's going to be able to find one, but T-Bag's drop. Ban now on the prowl. 2 players left standing here for LG. They got to make the most of it. Hit over towards the A site, back to back. Solo looking to prevent anybody from making the cross, but little does he know, they have already made it through the pull bar. Oh my. able to catch Foresaken off guard. That bomb is certainly not going down as of yet. Haxs looking to get the trade through the kitchen site. And Solo, you already see it. The predictions are there. The reads absolutely on point. We'll see if Band can hold off the pressure towards the B site. Man, he is just lining them up and knocking them down. It's all on the Haxs. Never stood a chance. Band is an absolute demon. Makes him pay right there, 2-0. What started to be a great round. Turn on its head real quick. The 2v4 clutch. Absolutely on point. LG. Flawless in this search to destroy so far.
I mean, wow. Another triple kill. This time will be given to Band, who's not pushing like crazy through mid.
Blurr.
What did he do?
What the hell was that jump shot? I mean, he literally got the wall bang through the top red, or top modern. Sorry.
Unfortunately enough, he's going to be picked, so it's fine, though. 1-for-1 trades. They're going to open up the possibility to plant the bomb. T-Bag is going to secure the kill onto Envy, which is definitely huge. 3 versus 2. Now the push is going to be coming down from the side of the top room and the bottom side of doubles. Solo still playing with the SPR. We're still heavily going to be questioning that decision, but so far he's gotten 2 kills, so maybe he's going to be able to do some more, so we might as well let him cook for a little bit longer and see what he can bring into the table. Pushing from the side of jungle, gonna find Rebalo, gets quickly killed by the opponent, and that's the same faith that Band follows through. That was definitely a better round for the side of it. Truly, they got 2 kills and immediately capitalized on them. I've never questioned Solo in the past. I know how great of a player he is. I just caught that jump shot that you talked about by Blurr, but
what the hell?
Nice. It was nasty.
It was nasty. All right, man, we're baking now. Blurr's hopped in to pull out the kilo now, and we are all serious business, right? Haxs able to get the trade there as Blurr finds his first of the round. Not going to be able to find another. Band's on the prowl yet again. It is all down to Rebalo. This one, as quickly as it started, is ending. Good God, bro. LG are absolutely frying right now and truly cannot find a breath of fresh air. We'll see if they can bounce back here. I mean, 14 seconds is just goddamn ridiculous, bro.
It absolutely is. Like, we talked about it in the past. You blink and you already missed half of this game. A 3-1 lead for the side of Luminosity. Band already into enemy spawn, but there's not. Was that a collab for Solo?
That was a collab, bro. Oh. So damn nasty.
He was with a DLQ. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, SPR, get out of my face. Oh, man. Collab over there, but Rebalo and Foresaken are going to answer back. 2 kills for them. Foresaken has the option, but misses
oh my
the
God,
shot.
No way.
Forsaken, no, Forsaken. Oh man, that's I've seen people talk about Band playing with a melee. My boy's a menace whenever he's with melee. I can tell you that much.
All right, gloves are out here. Raid. Look pretty good here so far. The defense, the nade baked to perfection, pops right in Forsaken's face. Insult to injury. He is going to be able to get the threshold here on the Zig side, but it's Teabag. Finally shuts him down. Blurr going to be able to find the trade of retaliations to 2v2. Rounds are being decided in the first 30 seconds here for both teams. So far, 4 of those rounds have been successful here for LG. We'll see Solo. He can get away with his life now as he's made his run through the kitchen. This has got to be the fastest guy alive right now. I don't think I've ever seen anyone tuck their tails and head through kitchen that quickly in a while, right? Bomb has made its way over towards the A site, and both players kind of rotating both that direction now as we start to see the smoke come down. That is going to be the hit, and we can see Blurr now starting to make the rotation through. Solo bending these players at his will. Teabag trying to get the trade. He does. But it's not going to be able to get away from Blurr shot, who again was making that transition from B. And my God, these first 6 rounds were gruesome to watch if you were truly fans. We'll see if they can bounce back now as we flip sides. They're going to have the defense. Gil, what say you? Is this the point where we see a flawless 6 rounds? At least 5 we're hoping for truly, right?
We need to see something similar to that matter. I gotta say that there's definitely been a couple of rounds that it could be traded to be in favor of Truly. They just haven't managed to find that momentum. Like you mentioned, maybe the switch of sides can be doing something. Rebalo finds the first blood, but the immediate retake by Blurr and Ambi as they also plant the bomb. The push from behind is going to be Haxs and T-Bag. Finding a kill, T-Bag with a double. Okay, that was a quick retake, a quick answer on the side of Truly. Birdie caught onto it. He said that there could be some shift of things as they flip spawns. And it kind of makes sense. Like I mentioned, I wouldn't say that although they were losing 5-1, when it came down to kills, they were completely dominated, right? They've been capable of getting kills, just not enough to actually pick up the points. That one was a great round, and well, they are still on a fighting situation.
Yeah, they are. LG opened it up with the first two, making three. It's all down to Foresaken. I didn't catch any of those kills. My guy. They are so quick. 20 seconds in, it's a 1v4. The ace is up for the clutch. And Foresaken, it is all on you, homie. Right now, you lose this round. It is match point. Next round, we'll see if he can bounce back now. Solo. First one to Ego right in the middle of the map. First come, first serve in the kitchen here on Raid. And he has certainly had his helpings. 6-2. One more mistake. Truly going to be heading down to the lower bracket. LG booking their ticket to face off against, I believe, Simplicity in that second round of the winners.
6-2, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the beginning of the end for the winners bracket, at least for the team of
Damn,
Truly,
Solo.
as they lose one member. Oh, for a second, that was a quick scope on Solo. Oh, and look at T-Bag already onto the backside of a lot of enemies. Let's see what he can do. He realizes maybe that's the bomb carrier, and he's absolutely right. He's absolutely correct. He's gonna prevent that. No, bomb is being planted. He tries to defuse, but gets spotted by Ben. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. Forsaken on his own 1v2. An extra half a second, and he could have got it, but that's just not the case. 30 seconds on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Forsaken, with all the pressure above his shoulders, gonna find the first enemy. Misses that shot with a deagle, takes out the locust. He's still trying to make it. 20 seconds on the board. You gotta push forward, and he's doing so. Misses the shot.
Oh,
There's Ben.
my God.
No, Ben, stop it! Don't do it. Oh, that hurts, man. But at least I appreciate that effort from Blurr to be like, all right, I'm not gonna allow my teammate to do that.
Oh, man. It was just a distraction, man. Ben was just there for the setup. He wanted to box him out. They were literally dancing in the laundry room.
Yeah.
And then Blurr was like, you know what? I'm just tired. I cannot watch it any longer. This one must end. 7-2 win. Very dominant hard point, followed by a even more dominant surge to destroy LG. They are cooking. They're going to be moving on to the winner's side of this bracket indeed. 11 kills on board for Ben, man. That nade shot, everything. Absolutely beautiful about this rotation from the hard point to the search and destroy. They never skipped a beat kill. And a very, very low performance there. I mean, the hard point didn't look great, but that search and destroy looked good at times. It looked doable. And then we just saw like some of the craziest things out of LG. You know, the collat from Solo, the nade shot there from Ben that last round. I mean, just overall a very, very great performance from them in both the hardpoint and S&D.
I gotta agree. Those moments were truly, truly amazing. By the side of Luminosity, and well, we're gonna get another 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been quite fast on the first set of matches, but we are only halfway through, Birdie, right? We still got plenty to come. A couple of teams are still waiting to show what they can bring into the mix for a 4v4 interaction. So what is next for us right now, Birdie?
We've got Celeste taking on Galaxia Gaming, and then to cap it off, that last match of the night should be an interesting one. It's Upper Echelon and Zygnus. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to hear a word from our sponsors here in a moment. We'll be back and joined back by some more action. So don't go anywhere, guys. We shall return. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for some more action. The 4v4 tournament so far has proven to be very, very exciting, very exhilarating, but has not led us to a Game 3 so far. Is this going to break the mold? Is this series going to be the one? Galaxia Gaming and Celeste. Gil. Galaxia Gaming changed. This is a different roster we saw in last season. But to be fair, that team was not the same team that made it through qualifiers either, right?
True. Yeah, it had a team for qualifiers and had like 3 or 4 different variables on the regular season, and it has even a different one yet again here for the 4v4. So I think we can just wait and see what's gonna be the deal with it, right? it's really interesting with Galaxia.
Absolutely, and then we got Celeste, one of the powerhouses from the girls' mobile Mayhem tournaments. Jazzy, War, Kira, and Cammy. Right now, I do see War is actually going to be subbed out. Laila is going to be playing, and Laila is a freaking beast. As a matter of fact, this team is stacked to the brim with talent. We'll see how they fare against one of the teams that had a little bit of a shake-up for roster changes. Veteran Losty, Bomar, who was lethal, as well as Shotzy. Shotzy is the team, or is a player that I believe was reintroduced, but this is basically Wicked from last year. Am I right?
Wait, who did you say was Boomer?
The Galaxia Gaming team is based,
okay.
Plus Veteran.
No, I agree. Yeah, this is pretty much Wicked with Reckless as a sub as well. It 100% is. Yeah. Okay. Well, against the team as Celeste, I'm intrigued what's gonna be the deal over here. You know, I definitely feel like those two are talented. Absolutely, we've seen all of them in the past just shine pretty bright. So I'm curious. You talked about a valid point. Shall we finally go to Game 3? I think this one actually can take us all the way through.
I think it's absolutely right, and what better way to do so now is we'll take a look at the best of 3. It's going to start us off with Standoff, Hardpoint, followed by a Raid, Search, Destroy. That's 3 times in a row, man. Deanna would be flipping out right now, but unfortunately, she's probably tucked away nice and neatly in her bed watching Netflix for hours on end. But she could be here joining all the fun. I'm sure she's watching some of this this tournament right now. We're about to get geared up for our 3rd series of the night. Midway through, we've made it over the hump. We're going to see who's going to stand out on top, who's going to break the mold. If we do see that Game 3, though, Gil, it is going to be Slums Control as Hacienda was banned, as well as Firing Range. And I'm going to be completely frank with you. I think this is the best rotation we've seen all night. Nah, you know, we've seen some great rotations already. I can't even lie.
And I mean, although we're repeating the Search and Destroy raid now for the 3rd time, we're still changing on Hardpoint, which I definitely appreciate. You know, we've seen Firing Range, we've seen Summit, and now we're going to be moving on to Standoff. So, Verdict, what are we to expect for the first map, at least? I would say that off of the 3 game modes, this one should be the most fought for between the 2 of them, and I think it's going to be heavily a matter of who can adapt the best to these 4v4 environments.
To be honest with you, I don't know who's going to win this one. I don't know how these girls of Celeste are going to stack up against Galaxia Gaming and vice versa. I don't know how Galaxia Gaming are going to play. This is obviously a team that we've seen play in previous seasons, plus Veteran, who is playing today, and Shotzy, who has been finally reunited with Losty and his crew. Those guys were bandits in stage 4. Let me tell you, in Dallas, man, those kids were absolutely wild. They were jumping into our backyard. They were taking shopping carts down the road. Those guys just were very, very, very hard to maintain, right? But they're good group of guys who I enjoyed spending a lot of time with. So hoping for the best for their future in this roster change, but I'm also hoping to see a very eventful best of 3 that's going to lead us to Standoff. Hardpoint for game number 1. Could it break the mold, though? Celeste, are you going to bring the power? We'll see if you have what it takes to take down this XG roster. Galaxia Gaming, they're here to play. Who is going to take the advantage here off the rip?
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Match number 3 of the night, 4v4. 4 and 2 begin. I'm gonna be sticking around with Jazzy using this Holger, finding that first blood onto Losty, immediately pushing 4 more. She could be getting spotted in here. No, not quite yet. Finds the double, goes for the triple, gets the assistance, the clean retake in favor of Celeste. Will be completely shut down on the side of Galaxia. Right now, that's gonna be now the triple for Jazzy. Still alive, turns around, hurt the opponent. That is already 4 spree for her, pushing for more. She actually almost got killed there by Veteran, but there's Kira to help her out. That is more control given into the hands of Celeste. That's a great way to start. Vertical through the... Oh my god, yeah. Jazzy, just chill in.
Get her out of here. Yeah, chill. Yo, we're gonna need you to chill right now and streak up to hell and back. Jazzy is cooking. She is frying here in P1. XG absolutely getting baked to a... God, I mean, they are getting baked to hell and back right now. 34-point advantage rolling to P2. We're going to see the factory side open up right now. We're starting to see the break coming through here for the backside. The gas station spots are going to be locked in. Jazzy's not even trying to hide it anymore, chat. She is wall banging and holding down single-handedly this gas station. And before P2 opens up for business, we've already got one player there as well as streaks being burned here for Jazzy. She is on a mission. And she finally able to shut her down, but is it going to be enough for the break? It is. 3 down in the feed. Cammy, though, going to be able to find one in the trade. Kira going to be able to get the trades there on the backside, but it is going to be the point maintained, more importantly, here for the side of each XG.
Even with all those kills, they're going to be losing control over the fabric. There's a push there by Kira. Kira trying to survive. There's also Jazzy from behind, but effectively getting shut down by both Shotzy and Losty. So 20 more seconds left. Let's see if Shotzy can maintain control against Laila. Laila, the only one left in here. I think he may have hurt her, but I'm not going to be capable of finding that kill. Gets taken down himself, and that is going to be the same thing for Veteran. Great control there for Laila. You caught onto that sub, and it is definitely paying out for the side of Celeste. Now, rotating first, we're going to get Jazzy with a Holger. So let's see for how long she can maintain control prior to her allies getting in there, because there's no one around. She's trying to make it work. Now with a claw, going to find one, turns around, going to go for 2. Tries to wait out. Did she get a kill through the wall on accident there, Verdict? Or am I going crazy?
Yo, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, maybe right now they are steamrolling. They are locked and loaded. These girls are cooking. P3 Big Blue, the big blue rotation being won so far, so good for them. They got the last of the scrap time on P2 and actually are in shambles right now. Losty going to be able to get away, but not so fast. Kira shutting him down as soon as he hops the window seal. 3 in the feed, all yellow, and the hill is going to be abandoned. It is going to be the new rotation. 20 seconds left to go. It is going to be for the free. We're starting to see the investment here on this P4 side. It's got to be a big turnaround here. XG are actually getting absolutely dominated. Let's go ahead and tune in. We haven't got a chance to do 2 listen-ins. Let's see if XG can reel it back in.
So,
Mid.
Yeah, mid.
Mid where? Broken is actually, what's that?
Touch it, touch it.
Over the hill.
That's a...
Nice. I'm playing farm.
Good.
Come on.
A lot of spawns flip.
Yeah, there's plenty inside. There's plenty inside.
There's nothing broken.
Broken.
I'm pissed.
Watch that. Yo, call me boxes. Watch your boxes.
No, farm. We got one farm. What the hell?
Yo, farm. Bro, what are y'all doing, dude? Yo, watch your boxes.
One Saxy, they're all going boxes. Pre-fire.
Boxes.
We're gonna get better, yeah.
Oh my god, get away from me. Yo, we're actually trolling, bro. Like, we actually need to play here. Watch your broken.
I'm playing hell, dude.
Stairs, dead. One more time, Mark.
Yo, broken. Behind you.
One tap. Nice. Watch your box.
Yo, bottom grounds.
Crazy, brother. A machine, what the fuck?
Sure.
Oh no, what the fuck? Oh, the farm. Yo, we need spawns. What farm?
Farm dead.
Farm dead.
Yeah, I got it.
Top
I attack. Toss nades in hill.
Top gunny.
All right, troll it or not. I got to be honest with you, Gil. They are not putting their best foot forward. This is getting a little bit out of hand. They found a little bit of success on P4, but good night. Celeste are just absolutely giving them business.
Right?
Oh, he might have actually lost skill. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought he was gonna reconnect. There we go. I hope he didn't get disconnected for too long. I was like, okay, I'm just holding to see. I heard you talking, and then all of a sudden you got disconnected. I was like, oh, that makes more sense.
No, yeah, I'm back in here, but yeah, definitely the side of Galaxia lost control quite a lot earlier on. Finally, they have found a way to make it a bit more even, but they're still losing by about 50 or so seconds. So let's see what's gonna happen on the P2 reset now. I'm sticking around once again with Jazzy. I'd say that although she was frying at the beginning, she slowed down a little bit now, but still gonna be working her way through now. Few shots to the wall, not gonna land into anything, gets spotted by Losty, but the control is still within the hands of Laila alongside with Kira. Laila defending the window, finds the kill onto Lethal. Still alive. Laila waiting for another one and getting it onto Veteran. Now once again back into the window, but this time can be executed by Shotzy. Shotzy in here, CBR in hand, going back and forth, not too sure what to do. There's going to be the use of the claw pushing in for that kill. Finds one, but still gets executed. The side of Galaxia are yet again struggling. 20 seconds left. They're still fighting for some sort of control here on the inside of Fabric. Losty finds one, but not gonna find much more after that. The rotation is gonna be good onto the side of Blue Verdict, but the question shall remain: for how long can they actually defend in here?
Laila, man, just tee it off on Shotzy, man. Let them have it. Let them burn right now. They are well outside of being double time. Look at it, 91 to 182, exactly twice as many points going on the right-hand side of the screen. What has been so successful? Let's go ahead and tune in to find out. We're going to go ahead and jump in for the second time. Listen in this time. It's going to be with none other than Celeste.
He's still in farm. I'm gonna dead. Oh my god. Grab vortex. No, he's dead. He's low. Top the one. He's window.
Oh my god. I need help. Bro.
I'm gonna go new. He's going Dally. Jump up. We gotta go. They're gonna go P1. On mid street. Mystery.
Man.
He's back you. One going boxes. 2 boxes. Oh my god. Boxes.
There's one farm dead.
They're all boxes. Shit, there's one broken.
Broken.
I'm watching broken. Behind you. Farm. Watch your farm. Go farm.
All right, a lot of scrap time being given up for free right now. The comeback is certainly on the horizon. Veteran going to be able to find 2, but it's not good for the third. Laila, the last line of defense, it's been broken. P4 sparking a little bit of new life here for XG. And they're going to be flawless here. Remaining this one could definitely put them in a position of power and give them the first advantage they've had all game long. Let's not be, fooling ourselves. These girls over here at Celeste are absolutely cooking. Just not at a rate as they once were.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like point 3 and point 4 are the ones where Galaxia succeeds the most, but let's see if it's actually going to make it even in here. 176, 186. A little bit more control is going to be back into the hands of the side of Celeste. The clean control over there. Jazzy on her own. Now with the Holger, just patiently waiting for someone to walk by. There's a few extra seconds that she's just not going to be giving out for free. Ooh, suffering a lot over there. Backs out, but still. 202 is going to be the grand total for Celeste. We're going back again, once again, onto P1, and that's where trouble may or may not begin once again for Galaxia. In there first, we're going to get Losty getting executed by Laila. The next one inside is going to be Veteran, alongside with Shotzy. Veteran defending, Shotzy inside. Veteran in here, going to do a lot of damage onto Jazzy. Jazzy, the user of the claw, turns around, goes for that kill, and takes it like it's nothing. Jazzy. That could be the retake that they're going for. Jazzy making it happen in here, going to bounce from the third row, takes the kill to Shotzy, turns around, finds another one, goes for the triple, gets executed by the Vortex. That's not going to be enough, and that is going to be the retake in favor of Celeste. Ladies and gentlemen, this is being as close as it can be, and once again, we're seeing the beauty of these 4v4 matches.
Yeah, we are indeed. Celeste shutting it down here in P1. Not enough time to close it out. Yeah, it is plenty of time. Need to get a contest here. They get the clean wipe there. They're going to wipe every player off Celeste. Only one player left standing here to contest. It's Cammy. 5 seconds left here. They're more likely going to be denying. They're able to win one, but not good for the second. The rotation over to new. It is going to be 2 players in blue. And veteran and team now trying to make the comeback. 48 seconds they need here in P2 to find victory. They need to deny at least. Keep this stream alive and make it rotation over to P3 if anything. Right now, you need to be flawless. Jazzy on the backside trying to get a little bit of traction here in the gas station, but it's lethal. Hello, he's going to be able to shut down that one now. 2 players left on the hill. Nobody is on the hill here for the side of XG as finally they get a little bit of breathing room. It is Shotzy on the outskirts. Secret side rotation is locked down, but it's Laila. Too much sauce here in the objective. They get the break. Losty trying to get there. Shut down. Veteran, the next player to contest. He's going to have to go. 13 seconds and counting. Lethal and team now trying to get the break from the front side and the jump up. They get shut down. It is being denied, but it is going to be time in favor of the girls over at Celeste. They might have done it here in P2. It's a shutdown. 2 seconds only needed. They do the job. 250 to 225. Gil. Woo, them girls are frying early, and surely enough, an absolute beast of a performance here in the hardpoint. That was a map that they did not select. That was XG losing full tilt there in game number 1.
Round of applause for them. They did amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Look at Laila, man, frying 38 kills. One of the players with the most kills. Over 2 minutes inside of the kill. It was incredible. And although we saw Galaxia Gaming trying to overcome their demons, I felt like it was quite problematic. At some point, they were losing by like 80 or so points. You called it perfectly. The point 4 was definitely the one where they did best over there on the market, but it was just not enough. It was just not enough with the side of Celeste being so efficient back to back onto P1 and P2 and a little bit onto point 3 as well. They were going to struggle, and struggle they did, ladies and gentlemen. GG, well played. Celeste starting with the right foot. Remember, we did say that we might go to a game 3, but at the end of the day, a best of 3 can be over in a matter of seconds. It does not matter if it's close. A best of 3 can be over for a 2-0 fashion out of nowhere, and that's something that Galaxia gotta be careful about.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. We might have been talking about Jazzy frying early on, but Laila was probably, I mean, the comeback story. 38 and 28, 2 minutes and 11 seconds on the objective. I mean, there's not much of a better performance you could have got out of a player who was not anticipating to start. As a matter of fact, when they submitted their starting rosters, it had Laila on the bench for the time being. They were supposed to originally play Reward. I've got to say, Laila looking pretty dang good here in this series so far.
It's all coming in
absolutely,
clutch, huh?
yeah. I mean, coming through in the clutch, absolutely beasting it here in game number 1. We'll see if they can complete the job. You said it earlier, the series that had the most potential to go to a game 3 was this one. Obviously, right now, it's got to be a Search or Destroy on Raid that redeems this Galaxia Gaming team, because they were in shambles after that loss. That was their map pick. How are you going to lose by 50 points? Oh, 25 points, sorry.
I mean, at some point where they were losing by 80, so
this is true.
Come on now. It was your map pick, and at first, I gotta be honest with you, Burdick. At first, at the beginning of the game, I thought that the difference at the end was going to be way bigger. So props to Galaxia for not allowing for that to be the case. But still, they were getting rocked at first, like completely denied any sort of control.
All right. We'll see if we get denied in control. Yeah, I mean, it's back to raid we go. All right, you got your sunglasses ready? We're going to need them. It's about to get spicy. We're about to get lit up like a Christmas tree here in this Search or Destroy. Or lit up like XG did in that hardpoint. My guys were cooking. I'm sorry, they got cooked. We let them cook. We watched them get cooked. Cammy and team were frying. We'll see the bounce back now as this one starting up. Bomb carrier is going to be Cammy. Your sniper is Jazzy for the girls over at Celeste. Looking to get the lineup. It's aggression off the rip here for Losty. He's found one. Almost gets a second, but almost doesn't count. Jazzy going to be able to peel the wigs back there. One. And Lethal and Veteran down, last 2 players alive. Oh, look at the backside rotate. Oh, Jazzy, the COD timing. Doesn't matter. Still able to get the clean up there. Lethal now, last player alive.
Honestly, really, really smart by Jazzy. She was like, all right, they are definitely being super, super aggressive on us. Maybe another one is going to be coming from behind, and she was absolutely correct. Now, Kira is the one to be the upfront player to go after that kill. Gets it, just like that, 1-0 lead in favor of Celeste yet again, starting with the right foot. 2 kills for Kira, 2 kills for Jazzy. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a good round. That was a really, really good round for Celeste. It definitely feels like the side of Galaxia are running desperately onto finding anything at this point. Lethal through the wall, gonna find the first blood in there. Shotzy then gonna deny another more kill by Kira this round. So the 2-0 trades in here. Keep an eye open. Shotzy gonna be spotted by Jazzy. Jazzy fried with the holder, now frying with the DLQ and CVR that she picked up from the ground. So let's see what she can do now. Bomb within the hands of Cammy, who I was recently told that has changed her device. And, well, she's going to be over there finding her first blood onto Lethal, evening numbers out.
All right, evening numbers out there. 2 players dropped almost instantly off the hit. Because Lethal was able to finally get a wallbang to land, but Jazzy, man, these girls can cook. They are absolutely frying right now here in this series. They have a 1-0 lead here in this search and destroy. They're looking to bounce back for the 2v4 clutch. Losty going to be able to catch him off guard, though. Jazzy's dropped. Cammy's got the bomb, is going to go ahead and commit to this B site. And here comes the 2 players here through the red site. Bomb's planted, 40 seconds left to go. Cammy, I mean, God, I don't even know how they... Okay, that was Losty. Losty through red. All right. Couldn't get into cover quick enough. Bomb's going to be defused with plenty of time left to go. We're going to be evening things back up now to the first round of the defense. Look absolutely horrible, but a bounce back much needed. Can't sell a 4v2, right? Well, it got close there, Gil. It got very close.
Yeah, honestly, a bit too close for comfort, but still, like you mentioned, point for Galaxia. That's right, Gaga Gaming are still in a fighting point, so they're going to go for just that this time around. When defending over Rebalo, a lot of defensive power is going to be moved towards Alpha. That's the right call, as the side of Celeste have up to go through that way. Keep an eye open for Losty. Finds the first blood, finds the double, goes for the triple. Losty, completely bloodthirsty, wants to get the ace. Now Shotzy in hand, pushing forward. Jazzy running for her life. I think she may have already been spotted by Losty. He's still looking forward. Shotzy in hand, wants to get the ace, wants to go for that kill, and he's gonna take it like it's nothing. Losty completely out of his mind. He was not happy about what happened on the hardpoint. Right now, on this round specifically, he destroyed single-handedly the side of Celeste.
All right. Single-handedly picking this team apart here. We'll see if they can do it back-to-back, because, I mean, even in the rounds they had 4v2s, it did not look pretty here. We'll see if the bounce back, maybe that was the spark. Jazzy opened it up with first blood. Holy hell. Let the name be known. She's got 4 on board. Not quite an ace, though. Oh, couldn't pull the trigger. Lethal with a 2-piece, able to take the advantage yet again here for the side of XG. And a bounce back, much needed here in this search or destroy. They are on the brink of being sent to the lower elimination bracket. The search or destroy is the redemption they need. Are we going to control, or are we going to see this one close out? Laila committing to the wall bangs. Not going to be able to get the kill there. Lethal is absolutely won. Lethal, homie, there's no way you're teabagging your own trophy system. Come on, bro. Oh, you're about to get dumpstered anyways. It don't matter. We'll see if Lethal can tuck their tails and head for the hills. I don't think you want to take this fight. This is not one that you will win. Layla's on the prowl. 1 kill to the name. They're going to need 2 to win this one or get this bomb plant down. Either way, with the bomb being down in that position, it is only a matter of time before the collapse comes as soon as they pick it up. So there's the hit. There's the intel. Veteran on the backside. Lethal from the front is able to get the first shots in. Able to clean this one up in a 3-1. 3 rounds in a row there in favor of the side of XG. So great bounce back so far on the defense, but still, I mean, I've not been convinced here for one moment outside of that Losty ace.
Yeah, definitely outside of that Losty round, it's been a bit too close for comfort, so they gotta be cautious, they gotta be careful, and right now, Look at that. They're going to be splitting the push on the side of Celeste, checking for new opportunities here. So far, no one going to be killed. Just, oh, never mind. Jazzy to the ground. Laila also receiving a heavy amount of damage, trying to confuse the opponent. Not going to be possible of the sudden. This is once again a 4v2 in favor of Galaxia. And although the closing of the rounds has not been that convincing to me in the side of Galaxia, at the beginning, it's a completely different story. We can see it once again. They are getting way too many kills, quote-unquote, for free on the side of Celeste. Not really for free, but Galaxia being super good at the beginning of the rounds. They may struggle at the end, but if you're constantly getting 1, 2, and even sometimes 3 kills so early on, the opponents are going to struggle.
Yeah. Right now, they've been hemorrhaging 4 rounds in a row. It's been locked down. XG looking pretty dang good now. I think they finally got the confidence back. Like, hey, guys, I think we can do this. Cammy opens up the first blood, but it's too quickly there for Veteran. Make it 3. Locking down the A side. A heady and a dream. Bombs down Jazzy. We know that is a sniper. You don't want to ego that from that kind of range with the CVR. Lethal. I mean, Losty gets absolutely canned. Point blank. And now it's all on Lethal and Veteran. And what was possibly one of the bigger ego challenges here in this Search and Destroy. Jazzy wins those. 5th on board. We'll see if they can make it 2 more or maybe get a bomb plan and play some time. I think you're going to have to take down at least 1 if you want to get this bomb away for free. Veteran not giving it away. Able to stay alive for that amount of time now. Lethal trying to peek through the water sight. Through the money. It's Jazzy on the opposite side of the bar. Who's going to take the first shot? Who's going to be able to take down this player in Jazzy? Not quite sure as the lethals and stuns are being thrown out. Oh, he is certainly still up there, but 45 seconds left to go on the clock. Plenty of time to make something happen here. Oh my god. Lethal finally able to take down the Titan in Jazzy. And a 5-1 commanding lead as we flip sides. XG. I think they finally got their mojo back.
Let's see if they can continue with that same momentum. We're going to be flipping spawns, so let's see if that continues the dominance on the side of Galaxia. They got the control over the bomb, and the one carrying it is going to be specifically Veteran. They're going to be trying to push towards Bravo, but there's Jazzy with Sniper to find the first blood. There's Kira with Holger to find kill 2, but Kira then gets retaken there. There's going to be opportunity for Shotzy to go for more. Shotzy patiently waiting, finds that kill onto the opponent to even numbers out. 2v2 now all of a sudden. Bomb is going to be retaken by, that's Lethal. Lethal over there in the middle of a gunfight. Will miss a couple of shots, tries to reposition, but there's Shotzy to help him out and allow him to also plant the bomb. So, Laila, you were the MVP last game. Can you make it happen for your team once more? In here, Shotzy gonna be shot down himself. Laila will turn things onto a 1v1. Took down Shotzy, 30 seconds on the clock. Can she also take down Lethal? Well, let's figure that out. She's trying to push from the side of Laundry. Ooh, receiving a lot of damage, but still managing to survive. 20 seconds left, and Laila completely running out of time. She's trying to push forward. Once again, gonna be spotted. Was not expecting Lethal to be there. And I gotta say, that was a really odd angle to be expecting an opponent. I feel like he's just pretty much because Lethal read her like a book, you know? That's not a place that you are usually going to be at unless you are certain that they're going to be pushing through that way. And he was right, Birdie.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Nasty little off angle there in the clutch. Not happening. Map point here. Are we going to control? It looks like that's the case. A-side hit, Laila. Receiving some concussions. One player in the money room going to have to head back for a little bit of cover. Mid-map approach now for the bomb carrier and Veteran. 2 literally right on the outskirts of A. This hit is coming, whether we like it or not. 2 players now invested here onto the A site. They're trying to hold down the fort. Shots coming through. Shotzy's made the breach, but he gets shot down. Veteran able to come through, but it's Losty from the top rope. Able to come down, collapsing on the staircase. 1:15 going to be reduced here momentarily, but Jazzy, it is now or never. You've got to clutch, or we will be going to that control game. And the rotation, a lot of time has passed. I think Jazzy has the right idea. They are certainly right behind you. Don't need to make up too much noise. Lethal might have heard them. Nope, no harm, no foul. Jazzy going to be able to live to see another moment here, but this bomb going down over at the B site, at some point you've got to realize it. I think that was a moment there. 50 seconds going to be reduced to 45 now as we see. The retake is on, 1v2 style. This is for the clutch. This is for another round and keeping the dream alive. It's already shots being felt. Losty going to be able to collect that body. And ladies and gentlemen, this series is not over. We are heading to control. A little bit of slums right around the corner.
Okay. That's how Galaxia trying to make a statement in here, completely denying most of the rounds against the opponents. Celeste could not fight back in this time around. Well played, well played. 7-1. It was really, really dominant. We are, as we predicted, going to game 3. But I was definitely not predicting a 7-1, honestly. I thought that definitely Galaxia had a shot of winning that game. But not as heavily as they did, Verdict, if I'm being honest with you.
Oh, they did it very convincingly. I mean, it wasn't close at all. We saw some of the rounds come down to like 1v2s, maybe 1v1s at points, but I mean, let's be real. After that first round, Galaxia Gaming came through and put their foot down. So now we're not going to take it. We're not going to have any kind of steamrolling effects like we did in that hard point. We're not going to allow you to get any kind of momentum for a comeback. We're going to shut you down. 5 rounds in a row they took on the defense. Look damn good doing it too now as we see payoff game. We're back to even. Heading over to game number 3. I got to restart my emulator before we do. We'll take a look at the best of 3 just to kind of remind everybody where we're heading and what the scenario is. I already made a hint at it. It is slums control, ladies and gentlemen. We are certainly about to get this one started up, but based on what we've seen so far in the series, the respawns, they've been close. That search and destroy, not so much.
Yeah, definitely not so much. That's for sure. But well, like you mentioned, that game of control gonna be played on slums. It is going to be quite interesting, and I would say that arguably, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure out what the impact is going to be for the change of pace as we now are on a 4v4. I'm intrigued by it. I'm not too sure what kind of strategizing we'll see from both Galaxia and Celeste. So we will begin soon, but we gotta wait an extra minute. Do not worry. Once we all are ready, we'll move on. But for now, Verdict, this game of control on slums is going to define the fate, the path for the winner and loser bracket among these two teams. The winner will be moving forward and will be waiting for the winner of match 4, while the loser will wait for the loser of match 4. So it is always nice when you are on a double elimination bracket to have that extra live across the entirety of the tournament, right? It's always nice to have it.
All right, we're going to get ready for it. We're waiting for Losty to ready up. Shotzy obviously also in a position to ready up as well. First round on the attack is going to have, you guessed it, Slums was picked by XG. They're going to have the attack for the first round. So if we do make it to that round 5, it is going to be a attacking round they must win in order to do so. We'll see this one pop open here in a moment. Just wait for these players to ready up. And chat, if you guys are going to continue to just be like, how do I say it? Stupid, ignorant. Rehan, I don't want to cook you, bro, but y'all would have got pup stomped by this team earlier. Just saying. Y'all look like crap. Y'all need to work on y'all's game, bro. Maybe spend less time in chat talking about this team losing to a woman? Really? Come on, bro. You would have literally got, like, chokeslammed if y'all played them tonight. Y'all look like dog water. Like, real bad. Here we go. Shots fired. We're heading over. Yeah, I had to get that one out, bro. I'm sorry.
No, nothing to apologize. Understandable. Come on now. Be better. Do better over there in chat. But yeah, we're finally going on to the third one. We mentioned it is going to be here control on slums. I did not check the sides though, and it seems like on offensive side first. We're gonna get the members over on Galaxia Gaming. So since they're gonna be over there, I want to stick around a little bit with Lethal, who will begin using the Locust and pushes through the side of blue. Not finding the first enemy just yet, and there it is. It was Kira. Gonna be knocking him down. Look at that odd push towards Alpha that is gonna be working out for them. Let's see for how long. Losty gonna lose his ally up close. So he is now in the middle of a 1v3 pretty much, just trying to figure out where they're gonna be pushing. Not gonna. Ooh, actually, it kind of works out, you know. Of course, they didn't completely take the objective, but one take on Alpha is not bad. It's not bad.
Not bad. I just wish that we would have saw them play their lives a little bit better. I think that was a great hit. They got to take a progress hit on A, which is important. Yeah. Right now, they're getting the job done on B as well. So 2 takes almost coming through. 1 player on the hill stacking. It's Shotzy. On the outskirts, you got a little bit of a breach in Lethal, who is just waiting for players to make the rotation through. Kira not going to get the shot to land on her. Able to get the shot to land on Laila, though. Can't seem to find the shot there. It's the jump. The fadeaway. Lethal says it's good. 3 on board for him. Now the B site is capped with 1 life advantage. They're looking to get things a rolling there on A. Well, they've already done 1 tick of progress. They got 2 minutes to play with. Still a lot of time to work with, but the life count is going to be dwindling by the moment. You've got to make most of these lives making the hit over towards this A.
It's not going to be easy. They did get a little bit of time left. That's a minute and 40 seconds, but lies, man, lies. Look at Jazzy. Jazzy! Oh my god, Brittany, she's got 10 kills?
Oh yeah, she's frying, bro.
Oh my goodness, look at her. No fear, just fight. Dead center of the map, just waiting for them to walk onto her. Takes another kill onto Shotzy, and now begins to push through the left side. Let's see what she can do. Ooh, getting halfway through the kill onto Veteran, but he's going to be making the call out 8. There's going to be 2 members pushing through the side of break, so keep an eye open for that area. She's going to be respawning now. A minute left on the clock. She already has the operator. If I'm being honest with you, Verdict, I think she can bring it out. At this point, I think she can have it every single round, man.
I think she could, too. She is absolutely been just a menace and a thorn in the side of their opponents all series long. That search and destroy wasn't a pretty one. It was a good one for her, not the rest of the team right now. They're looking for the backside approach. There goes 1. That's 2 for free. Just light him up, knock him down. Now, hey, look, I love the mentality. Look, try to get back into the spawn site. Gets caught off guard by Losty, who finally ends the suffering. But with 30 seconds left to go, you've got 6 lives, make it 7 lives actually to 9. You've got not a bit of traction onto this B or this A hit since we've seen that first initial encounter over towards the first wave, but 20 seconds left to go. You got attack 5. You got to make the most of it. Kira's going to drop War. Next line of defense, shut down. 5 to 4 in lives. Veteran's going to hop the claw. Able to find 1 there, reap it into the spawn sites. They've got the recipe for success down. Jazz now going to be forced hand to pull out their operator, and it is not good. They're going to get shut down. It's all on Kira. Can she pull off the 1v3 clutch? 12 seconds left to go on the clock. 14 actually is stopped.
Ooh, the
not going to be there. Losty on the window seal. That is it. Round capped. And a big opener there on the first round there for the team of XG.
I gotta say it, I feel like that clock came really, really late for Jazzy. If you are halfway through a single round and getting your operator, just take it out. Just take it out. Even if you think that it's a waste, I can assure you it's not. If you're only halfway through the round, unfortunately, well, they dropped the ball over there on the side of Celeste. They could have bring it home, but they don't in that first point. Going in favor of Galaxia, trying to go for a reverse sweep here on this best of 3. There was the use of the Annihilator by Lethal, but completely shut down, not able to find a single kill. That is going to allow the side of Celeste, I was going to say, to try to control the side of Rebalo, but that's clearly not being the case. This round is starting quite effectively on the side of Galaxia, defending over here pretty efficiently. The use of the Fred missile will be used by Lost to find a kill onto War. The call is going to be made about where the opponents are at. This is not looking pretty for Celeste no more.
No, it's not. Look at Shotzy. They are in the spawn site. You got 1 on one side, 1 on the other. Veteran trying to shut down this P2 angle, is going to get shut down himself, but damage has been done. 17 to 22. 36 seconds left on the clock. More importantly, got to hop the hill, and there goes Laila. Jazzy now trying to put some objective time in. Halt of the clock is absolutely imperative. We'll see if they can bounce back now. Veteran trying to creep on through, get shut down. War and team are now making this point go by real fast. Jazzy, 3 in the feed, almost instantly captured as soon as they hop the hill. So the second chance of life now. 18 to, or make it 19 to 16. Not much to work with as far as the life count goes, but it could be worse, right? We'll see if they can make something happen here. Not a lot of time to work with either in regards to what we saw in the first round. It only takes one good hit, and you've got the good inside of the objective.
Let's see now, 15-17, a minute on the clock. Jazzy once again going for those wall banks. This time is not gonna work out whatsoever. She thought that they were pushing towards blue, but it was actually towards connector, receiving a lot of damage. There's Kira to help her out. Jazzy waiting for the push, and she is right. Takes yet another kill, but the lives are still not in their way, and neither are the objectives. They got no true control to actually push forward, and a big part of it is because quite a few of the players are definitely struggling here. War, the sub out, sub in is going to be here with only 2 kills, not having the greatest time ever. They took down I think it was Kami. I mean
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Definitely War, unfortunately enough, just not being able to keep up to the standards that are needed in this match. That's showing. Oh my god, through the wall, finds a kill, almost a double onto Losty. Not going to be enough. 3 lives left, less than 10 seconds, not a whole lot to be done in here. Another point in favor of Galaxia, and everything in shambles for the side of Celeste now.
Hey, you called it earlier too. You said Jazzy could pop a claw every round. Girl's got another one. It just earned it too. But it's not going to make a difference. Right now it's 2-0. They are on the brink of elimination. They've got to hold strong on the defense, on the attack. You've got one more round to go. Let's go ahead and see how the comms sound. Galaxia Gaming, can you shut this one out in a 3-0 fashion? Let's tune in and find out.
Not going to push it. Oh, shit, 1 bricks. Damn. What, 2 bricks, 2 bricks, 3 bricks, 3 bricks, 3 bricks, 3 bricks. Go, start tapping B, start tapping B.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Go ahead and tap me.
Fuck B. You mean better right here. Come on, better.
Dog.
Why would you say that? Why would you?
3, one more.
No, that's cool.
Bro, I have my claw. I have my claw out, bro.
Yeah, attack my
You fucking stupid. Nah, we're getting sponsored. That's crazy.
Hey,
Yo, we're driving.
Nah, we suck, bro. Don't these.
Y'all are ass.
Omar, hit your snipes on him, bro.
I don't have a sniper no more.
Why not?
Y'all want me to snipe?
We getting cooked.
Glad.
No. We're getting cooked.
Yo, one.
Crazy.
I got one. I'm on side of blue. I got 2.
Yo, she still got
Drive right there.
Let's get me.
I got naded.
Yeah, but we got contract.
They're going blue.
Yo.
We get spawn traps. We got 20 seconds.
Oh, I'm
getting ultra. I'm getting ultra wallbang, bro. Oh, yo. Push him, bro. More. 2 more. Nah, we suck.
Wow.
We suck for real.
This round.
All right, chat. They said it. We didn't. They suck. Was the last bit of comms that I heard, and obviously they had plenty of map control earlier on this round. Took it for granted, and right now they are scrambling. 18-5 in live counts. They might mess around and well, look at Shotzy. Look at where he's at. I didn't even know that was a spot, man. Look, he's a mechanic, and he's on a hop up.
Oh.
I mean, they gotta be flawless, though. 3 lives left. Yeah.
Who knows for how long after? Look at Jazzy already denying more lives for Veteran. They're capturing both at the same time, but not for long, as Shotzy is now left alone. Finds 1, finds 2. But with only 2 seconds, no more spawns, no more allies. It is only... What? Did you see that?
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't need to. I felt it.
He took that. I mean, fortunately enough for Shotzy, he got instantly killed because my boy took down the vortex out of nowhere, man. That was. I don't know. I'm not even gonna question. That's a heavily dominated round going in favor of Celeste. And now let's see. We're moving on to round 4. Round number 4. Immediately popping the Tag 5. Not gonna work out as there's lethal with that. Sniper shot. Look at Shotzy on enemy spawn. Gonna find 1 kill. Immediately backs out. Does not want to be spotted just yet. Trying to confuse the opponents. Completely repositioning himself. A minute on the clock. Once again begins his path to push forward. Finds a kill onto Laila. That's been the duty for Shotzy. Get a kill back out. Get a kill back out in here. Once again, goes forward. Takes a kill. Now this time goes for the double with a pistol, but War is going to say no to that. 23-24. The kill's quite even. War is going to push forward, but there's Lethal. Yet again has been the one player causing the most pain so far this round. On to the opponents. Lethal with kill number 18. Will continue to secure the side of blue. This is beginning to be getting complicated because the time could now begin to be an issue also for the side of
Oh my
Celeste.
God, Lethal, you're disgusting. Just, he is not missing.
God.
I saw somewhere in chat earlier, Lethal looking unlethal. Right now, he's back to looking absolutely deadly. Anybody who crosses his path has dropped. 10 seconds left to go. Shotzy finally going to be able to pull out that oh so lovely grab vortex. We saw him lose earlier. Lethal opts to not snipe and pulls out the Annihilator and finally drops now. 19-13, 6 seconds left to go. Not a bit of room for error. As a matter of fact, nobody on the objective. This is it, heading to the lower bracket. It's Celeste. 3-1 win. It wasn't a flawless control, but it was about as close as it get. Jazzy, though, if this one would have gone further, my girl would have dropped 60 in this search or in this control. Easily. My girl was frying this whole series. Like, nothing could shut her down.
I would say that arguably the round 2 was not necessarily the greatest one, and I think that's because of I definitely feel like she got a little bit upset about what happened on the first round. You know, she got like what 17 kills on the first round, yet still lost. I feel like round 2 was a bit of a shake-up for her. Then after that, she was back onto those crazy numbers. But I gotta agree with you. Definitely, if we went to a round 5. The first 60 bomb on control could have been upon us. Unfortunately enough, that's not going to be the case. And even more sadly enough, in a sense, this caught on only 4 rounds. I thought that we were going to go for an extra one into the mix. Not going to be the case. Galaxia, they did struggle on game 1, dominated on game 2, and, well, they get what they wanted on game number 3 as well. Verdict. We got ourselves the 3rd winner of the night, and that is going to be Galaxia Gaming.
You're absolutely right. Galaxia Gaming coming through. A bit of a blender they were tossed in game number 1, but they turned around for the best in game number 2, and what mattered the most in game number 3, they turned up. Lethal was absolutely just, I mean, he was world starring with those shots towards the end. Jazzy definitely ran the show. Obviously, was on pace, dropped 60 bomb. Just not enough to get the team going and get to that, round number 5. Could have happened. No, we'll never know. We'll find out next time they play, as they will be moving out to the lower bracket. And as a matter of fact, the updated bracket just came through. Celeste will move on to face the loser of the next matchup, which is Zygnus eSports and Upper Echelon. So, we got a banger of a series ahead of us still. It's Upper Echelon and Zygnus, again, as I mentioned it. Will be our 4th and final series of the night. Double elimination tournament. We'll go over what matches we'll see after this next one. Before we do that, we're going to hear another word from our sponsors in Gorilla and COD Mobile. We're going to be joined back with Zygnus and Upper Echelon when we go back live here in a moment. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors. Alrighty, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live, Upper Echelon and Zygnus. This show is not over yet. We're about to bring the house down with our fourth and final matchup of the night, though. 4v4 has been very fruitful. As a matter of fact, we got our third series to go to a game 3 with the distance. Jazzy, I just found out, was on Red Magic. Yo, somebody sign this girl. We need to see her at Champs, damn it. That girl was cooking. I have not seen a player put up that many kills in that little amount of time in control. I have never seen it done.
Yeah.
And my God, my girl was cool. I mean, she was, absolutely beaming, bro. Disgusting. I wish I would have saw more of that control. Unfortunately, it did end in a 3-1 fashion. Got cut short, but hey, you know what? Show must go on. We're going to get geared up for it, Gil. Zygnus Upper Echelon. This one's certainly going to be pretty epic. I'm taking a look at the rosters. Tetillo, nVoi, Kimwax, and Detri for Zygnus. And then we got Cryzo, Raph, Slayah, and Pepe. Thoughts on this next one?
Well, honestly, I don't know what to expecting here. I think with the roster of Upper Echelon, I'm not too sure what we'll see over there. So I would give it to Zygnus, honestly, if I'm being truly honest with you. But who knows? You know, like maybe we see a surprise. I don't think we are gonna go to a game 3 on this one, particularly. If I'm being honest with you, I think that it's either going to be a 2-0 for Opera E or a 2-0 for Zygnus. I would be inclined for Zygnus, but I don't see us going all the way, you know?
Okay, well, if we do all the way, we'll take a look at the best of 3 and see where it lands. Oh, wait, that's the same exact maps? Oh, that's the same, exactly. We got the same copy pasta from last series. And if anything is true about the last series, this one provided us with a game number 3. Maybe we'll see game 3 live here at a Zygnus and Upper Echelon. Map bandscape, though, I think this is the only thing that was different. Firing range out the door as well as Summit. I have to go back and check and see the notes, but it is exactly the same exact 3-game spread that we saw from the last series. Bands, Ocean and firing range. Not the exact same band, so anything goes here. Looking for a 2-0. I'd have to say you've got to be favoring Zygnus for that to be a 2-0.
Yeah. Absolutely. I would say that I definitely do. There's a higher chance over there, and I gotta say I was as confused as you were when you said that it was the exact same rotation of maps, but you know, it's not necessarily a bad one if you don't think about the fact that we're gonna see Search and Destroy raid all day long. But you know, yes, stuff happens, man. Oh man, it is what it is.
It is what it is. We're going to get geared up for our last series of the night. I think Zygnus have got this one. The 4 players we've seen in the lobby, absolutely OP. They are your second place finishers in Mobile Mayhem North America, ladies and gentlemen. They didn't even make it to the finals in LATAM. And they absolutely dominated and owned this North America region. Right now, they're looking to dominate and own this matchup. Winner moves on to the winners semifinals. Loser heads down to the lower bracket where they have a chance at Second Life. But unless we're here for the action, we're going to be on board off the bat with Detri. That's who we spawned in with. Need to see the loadouts first before we do anything. I don't think I see any kind of shotguns out of Tetillo. And, well, we do see some out of Slayah. He's already found one with the R9, the Doof, and Exalt, a.k.a. Cryzo. He's there for the tandem. Oh, Slayah, you got to put one more in. Tetillo, he is absolute. Oh, the slide peek. Tetillo able to shut him down with a shorty of his own. But it is going to be hill time being collected. So far, so good. And wrong. 4v4s are crazy, and right now P1 is an absolute catastrophe.
Yeah, chaos all across the board already. Struggling a little bit. Raph is now also using an R9. Now, he probably picked it up from the ground, and there he gets picked up by the opponent nVoi. The fight continues for the control of the inside of point number 1. A little bit more is going to be given in favor of the side of... Jesus, I forgot their name. What's the blue side again?
Upper Echelon.
Upper Echelon. I don't know, that slipped through my mind, but yeah, getting a couple of extra seconds. I can say the exact same thing about Zygnus. Through the smoke, there's Raph pushing with the R9, doing a lot of damage to 2 players, but not finding a single kill. That is more control given to Zygnus. How many R9s do we have? Like, I've seen Slayah. I'm now looking at Tetillo, even Raph picking it up from the ground. you know, it'd be fun, although weird, it'd be fun to see all shotguns. We're clearly not gonna see that, but you know, this map can bring in that sort of stuff in here. 15 seconds in, and well, no one within advantages yet, you know, pretty even among the two of them.
Yeah, dead draw right now. 3 in the feed, make it 4. Full wipe back to the spawns we go. UE trying to get the break. The Slayah R9 doof action, looking for the shots on the inside. Tetillo's gonna breach out, and as soon as he peeks, he is dead, toasted, dusted, gone in the wind. Right now, the break coming through. It is nVoi, the last hope. The Zygnus dropped, but it's Kimwax, the 3-piece. No, it's just 2. I think Tetillo actually found 1, so it's technically only 1. And just like that, they're right back in it. 10 seconds left to scrap for it, but it is the early rotation. We see Team in Blue already making their hills all the way over towards this top blue area. Now we see Detri getting shut down, and Kimwax trying to be the last hope here inside of the deli. Waiting for the cavalry now. 30-point advantage to make it 33 to be exact. But Big Blue looking to be fruit. Oh my God, Kimwax almost gets a... There's no way both of you guys are watching the windows and nobody is watching where he came in. That was almost a catastrophe right there. Another one.
Oof, well, right now Slayah is on his own end. Tetillo will tear him a new one. Gets him killed over there and controls the objective. There's going to be the push quite soon, and he's ready for it with a purifier. Unfortunately enough, they were not quite up there yet. Oh, the Sparrow by Pepe is going to find one now at a distance, going on to the kill for Detri, getting it like it's nothing. Just sniping with that thing, even without looking at him. He just has that kind of game sense, and that is going to be more points given for the side of Operation. No, never mind. Another retake is going to come through in the last 15 seconds. Exalt notices this, goes deep, finds one, goes for 2,
Yikes.
but nVoi and say no to that. 10 more seconds will be given to Zygnus. They are now also at the same time rotating for the side of Market, but in there first we're going to have 2 members by the side of Upper Echelon. Detri trying to get inside, shooting through the wall. We'll find the kill onto Raph, goes for the double and takes it. There's Slayah to tear him apart, but that also allows Tetillo to go for that clean last kill. And although they got there first, Upper Echelon are out of the kill already, Verdict.
Yeah, they are. Zygnus just having their way with UE. Doing whatever the hell they want to hop up there. Not going to be your friend. nVoi inside of the objective. He's shutting down 2, but is going to get shut down in return now. Waiting for the push on to the backside. From the farm, they are there. Certainly stacking up. 2 in the feed is for Slayah. Able to get the 3rd. No, it's Exalt. On the top side, it's Tetillo. He's the last one here. The doof. No match for the doof with Slayah. And just like that, we were right back in it. 25 points left for grabs. And if you are UE, you need all of this. Zygnus not trying to cut their ties or their losses here on P4 just yet. They want more. Detri able to find 2, make it 3 into defeat for himself. And they're going to get right back into the hill. So deficit not going to be covered here in P4. This is going to be where we see Zygnus run away with the lead. Surely enough, they're going to have at least a 60-point lead rolling into P1 reset. Well, 59 to be exact.
Our color is 60, just to go along with what you mentioned. We are, as you said, going back to P1 reset. Inside of it, there's Pepe. Pepe trying to hold with a CBR. There's going to be someone from up above going from the 3rd row, going for that kill, but it's going to be shut down. Great control of the things that were going on here for Pepe. Then there was a hunter killer drone onto a wall out of nowhere, so that's not going to land a kill for himself. That is going to be the retake for Zygnus to deal with this shotgun with the R9. Going to go for Exalt, but Cryzo is going to say no to that. Cryzo gets the kill. That allows Raph to push more safely inside of the hill, retake out to retake back with things under control for Upper Echelon. As a big reminder, they're the ones behind in hill. For that same reason, Verdict, I think we got ourselves another opportunity for us to do 2 listen-ins and for us to start. I'd say we go first with the side of Upper Echelon.
What ticket? I'm a deli. Secret. Inside new. He's outside gas. Contact. One's out.
One on the broken. He's going bottom Grammy. Two bottom Grammy.
Watch him. He's still dead.
We're not seeking. That's one buzz.
Come on, let's kill this shit.
He's dead.
What's he get?
Secret dead. Got 3.
Oh, gas. Trash can.
So he's red dumpster.
I spawn on bottom market.
No, wallbang. Play upstairs.
Shot in bottom granny. Tetillo.
You got it, Slayah. There's 2 pushing you, bro. You got
Hold it.
Grenade upstairs, though.
Come here. Got shot her.
Market upstairs.
There's 2 stairs. There's 2 stairs, right?
Push it, baby. Come on.
Heal.
I'll flash. Flashbang, need help, need help.
Come on, you got this shit. Come on. I got the secret. Shitter dead.
Main dead, they attack. Let's come in,
Shitter dead. Let's go. Hold that shit. Hold that 20.
Got it.
I got shitter. One more back alley. They're rotating.
One broke to new.
Come on.
Watch that killer down. He's going near.
Top blue.
Holding statue, Detri.
Ooh, we got a little bit of a heat of rivalry. Things are getting hot and intense. The gap going to be bridged, and UE, my God, a flawless P2 run leading over to a P3 opening. Not going to be there in time to get the break there, opening advantage. Back in the hands of Zygnus, but man, those comms, boy, oh boy, they sounded like they could call the cavalry in to make this comeback, and certainly have done miracles so far of cutting their losses.
Yeah, they knew what's on the line. They were already losing by a lot, but they have overcome that differential. Now Zygnus, a little bit with things back under control. The Purifier plus Claw by nVoi and Tetillo is going to be more than enough to secure the side of blue, the area on inside and out of it. Now there's Raph with the use of the Tag 5 that allows him to find a kill onto Tetillo and immediately pushes on the inside. There's Detri with the gloves.
Yo.
Disrespectful. Now going for the double. Ooh. Okay. Pepe gonna say no to that. Finds the double, finds the triple, and cleans the point for himself. The last 12 seconds are gonna be given into the hands of Pepe, into the hands of Upper Echelon, as they are preventing this from getting much further behind against the side of Zygnus. They're gonna be there first. Exile finds the double. Exile gonna be defending the inside of Market, but too far along. They're gonna be pushing for both angles at the same time, and he definitely knows it, so goes into the top floor, waiting for them to make the move and then make a mistake. Not going to be the case. Tetillo not only with the R9 now, also with a shorty frying with whatever up-close shotgun he can get his hands into. Zygnus things under control, approaching the 200-point mark, and although we've seen this side of Upper Echelon getting super close, they have not truly find a way to secure an advantage for themselves yet.
No, they have it right now. Time is ticking. Zygnus now on the outskirts trying to look in. It is 30 seconds left to grab, and certainly UE trying to play for all of it. Far side spawns here for Zygnus. They're going to try and make the break either way. Tetillo, your entry fragger, looking for the trophy system to get down a little bit of regen. He's trying to cover all odds and ends, but it's Raph. The movement got from the inside. He's got the lockdown. Going to be able to find the two-piece there in 4 combo. Looking for the Pretty. Could go massive on a P1 reset. First lead of the game here for the side of UE. They have made the comeback, but can they complete the dream? Zygnus, you sold the bag. What's happening? We're going to go ahead and dive in. We'll see if they can reel it back in here for this P1 reset. You are your runners-up to the Mobile Mayhem North America Winter 2023 season. What's going on? Let's tune in and find out.
Muerto, abajo ahora mismo, roto.
Roto.
Está un tiro, muerto. Blue muerto. Viene por el blue.
Muerto de market.
Viene por caja medio.
Deli ya.
Deli.
Muerto.
Te pollo, Tetillo.
Buena.
Bueno, pues.
Me toca.
Top blue, estoy tocado. Top blue.
Medio, Detri.
Muerto Detri.
Top blue sigue.
Deli.
Me metieron ahí.
Muerto Deli. No mames, bro. Estatua.
Deli, muerto Deli.
Y roten, güeyes. Roten. Roten, güeyes, Detri.
Ya.
Estoy next.
Ah, perdón, te perdí dato, güey.
Roto uno.
Perdón, güey.
Main. Va para Grammy, Raph, en Grammy.
Sí, queda uno.
Roto uno.
Tengo Puri.
Juntos, tranquilo.
Tenemos gente secret.
Muerto secret.
Top, te sube uno top, muerto.
Muerto.
Main ya, otro más. Traes can verde.
Un tiro.
Oh boy, we got a photo finish right around the corner. P2 setup. It's lockdown. Zygnus are here. Only 15 seconds needed, Gil. Those comms, absolutely buena. The comeback here for the side of UE, not going to be enough. Slayah, last-ditch effort. They got Pepe on the stairs with the Sparrow. It is going to be good enough for the break. Slayah is holding on for dear life now, as this could be the last hit. Only 9 seconds needed for Zygnus. Can they get the job done, Gil?
Ooh, the Tag 5 is going to be an easy task. They get the kills, they get the control, they're getting the points. They're trying on the side of Operational, but it's just not going to be enough. You called it. The comms were perfect on the side of Zygnus. Pretty fast, pretty effective, pretty gameplay as well on their behalf. All game long, the side of Upper Echelon tried to overcome the difference against Zygnus. They found themselves quite a couple of times with a tie, but not much more than that, as Zygnus always had the better end of the stick. And they do all the way to the end. 250 onto 218 for the side of Upper Echelon. The 1-0 lead will be taken by the hands of the LATAM roster. Really, really well played, I gotta say. And looking at those numbers, it's only understandable, but I do notice that Kimwax definitely struggled a bit on this game.
Yeah, struggle a bit is an understatement. Double negative, not the ideal start, but hey, the team, you know, they put on when they needed to in the most, and you can thank Detri for the carry as well as nVoi for some hill time. Man was inside of the objective, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Detri, though, 34-29, leading the pack with KD, but it is Pepe on the flip side, led this lobby in kills, 43 and 21. Again, not about KD and hardpoint, more so less. It's all about that hill time. We need a collective effort out of the side of UE. They just could not get together well enough for a little bit of a comeback to be mounted. So game one, a little bit of upset there for the side of UE. Zygnus were in control 90% of that game, so no fear there, no sweat off their shoulders. They get the break right back into the B2 set. That leads us to what could be our last game of the night. Gil, you said you can't see this one going to a game 3. Well, if you bet the 2-0 for Zygnus to take this series, you might be right.
Could be. I do gotta add, there was like a minus 20 something, 22, 23 kills for Zygnus. So a little bit of a surprise. Well, not so much at the same time, because it's not the first time we've seen it, right, Verdict? We've seen a team on the first match be heavily outgone on hardpoint and then nearly winning, literally by 1 second differential. And this time around, Zygnus did not let that slide. They were like, all right, we got the opportunity to win, let's win. And so they did. So, well, they got the 1-0. We're going back to back into Search and Destroy raid.
The 4-peat.
Yeah.
The quadrupeat.
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah. Well, hey, you could never get, you know,
yeah.
I mean, raid, Search and Destroy, and Control, they're diamonds, okay? They're gems. Absolutely beauty. They're stunning. It's just the best looking thing is on the game. Raid hardpoint, on the other hand, is a no-go for me, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, those P4 spawns are grotesque. Outside of P4, it's a beautiful map and a great rotation, but I can never get tired of seeing some Search and Destroy here in raid. And obviously, if you are tired of Search and Destroy raid, I'm sorry, we're heading there for a 4th time tonight. So what could be the last and final map of the night? We're going to go ahead and get it on now. Let's go. Game number 2, last one of the night. Question mark? Asterisk? We'll have to find out now as we jump into it. Got your shades ready. You're going to need them. This one's going to be a bright and shiny one, Gil.
All right. I just got to point out, maybe you didn't cut on to because it was in Spanish, but at some point, nVoi was screaming at Detri to rotate onto the next hill.
Oh, I heard him, and then I rotated over to Detri, and Detri got bodied, bro. He got crapped on. They were on to make the rotation anew.
But it was so funny because the nVoi was like, rotate, you gotta be there, bro, you gotta be there. And Detri was like, I'm already here. For me. Eventually, like you mentioned, he got killed, but he was tearing him a new one while he was already onto the next kill. But it is what it is. It was funny. They were also talking about it in chat. But fellas, let's not talk about chat. Let's talk about this game, and let's talk about that aggression on the side of Upper Echelon. They got 1 kill, but they also lose 1 member. This is now all of a sudden going to be a 3 versus 3. Look at nVoi on the outside of Zigzag. Being patient and waiting. He kind of feels like they might be pushing through their own spawn, and he's right all through the wall. They're pushing for that kill, getting a few shots out. Kimwax not too happy about what happened last game. Will find his first blood on the first round. So that is going to be the call for nVoi. You got the bomb, my man. Might as well push for the bomb plan. That's exactly what it's doing. That's another kill for Detri. That is now a 3v1. Raph completely on his own. And although we saw what could have been a super quick round, they had to chill out for a bit because that was just gonna be chaos.
No, it was chaos. I applaud the effort there to keep your bomb carrier alive and not be able to get that bomb down by any cost. You had nVoi, who was the last player on an island right in the middle of the map. You had somebody come up in the middle. I think it was Kimwax applying some pressure, and of course they get that bomb plant down. There's no hope for a 1v3 clutch there for AO Raph. as he does find one before he goes, but payoff round, first round of the attack now is very, very convincing here for the side of Zygnus. Only one casualty in Tetillo. We'll see if they can make it an encore here as we approach this B side. They don't quite know it yet, but that baby is free. Nobody on ring, nobody there to collect the tag. Somebody collect $200 before you press go. I mean, there is no kind of map pressure here in a polar opposite round number 2 from the defense. They are completely conservative with the exception of Pepe, who has found a way through the back line.
Right, with the bomb down, and nVoi finding the first blood. It's not looking pretty yet again, but Pepe trying to change that, finds the first blood onto Detri. Kimwax kilo in hand, with a bit of a head glitch position and waiting for someone to walk by. For some reason takes out the deagle, not gonna work out that well. Gets an assistance, gets a lot of damage, but no kill just there. 2v2 now, all of a sudden, 15 seconds left. Raph trying to push forward with the switchblade. Trying to go deep in. There's Tetillo, there's nVoi trying to defend the bomb in there. nVoi gets taken down but finds the kill prior to dying. Raph in here going with the jump shots, but even if he were to find that kill, there's not enough time down. Bomb is gonna explode. That's another point in favor of Zygnus. That's a 2-0. That was definitely a better looking round for upper echelon, but I still don't feel like they are that comfortable yet here.
I gotta switch off Raph, bro. I don't know what you got going on with your sensitivity, man. It's maybe a little nauseous. Also, saw me a little nauseous. Couldn't clutch it up there. You saw Tetillo, couldn't get the jump up in the time where you needed movement to be playing your favor. It's just not gonna pan out. Payoff round. 2 rounds in a row we've seen Zygnus. By a little and by a lot, they've taken it. We'll see if they can make it 3 now. As we're buckling up for an A-side hit. Into the pool we go. To the bar is Tetillo. First blood in. Kimwax. Hello. Exalt. Headshot. Get him out of here. Pepe up the top now is going to be the only line of defense between this bomb going down. And UE staying alive, preventing it from doing so. He's going to fall. 2 players left standing in Slayah and Raph. And this is starting to become a pattern. Slayah trying to change things. Make the best out of it. Bad, piss-poor situation. Raph eating bullets from the outskirts. They've already got pull control. We already know what happens for Zygnus when they get pull control after bomb plant. It is downright disgusting. Detri is probably the player that you want out here, but it is going to be settling for Kimwax, who has found himself on an island, gets shut down. 20 seconds left to go. It's still very doable, but, I mean, you need Slayah here for a pinch, and I don't think he got the memo. This has got to come quick. The hit is on. Both players drop instantly. Zygnus, yet again, hanging on with 2 players left standing. UE, almost a good 2v4, but almost doesn't count here in COD mode.
Yeah, back-to-back, almost clutching that sort of situation. It's not great, it's not great. 3-0 for Zygnus. They are trying to get for that 2-0 so I can be correct yet again, but it's not going to be easy. Look at Raph pushing forward through mid. Not going to be spotted just yet. Doing a little bit of a 360 out of nowhere. One of his allies gets spotted, and so is he by Tetillo. 2 kills immediately in favor of Zygnus. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a 2-4 situation against the team of upper echelon. Pepe going to find the first blood onto Detri. Combo of the CBR and the shorty there. A minute and a half, so plenty of time here. Exalt spotted by nVoi, who is ramping 5 kills him alone so far this game. We're only around 4, ladies and gentlemen, and the side of Zygnus are definitely just rocking with their own terms, with their own jam. Look at Tetillo completely shutting down Pepe over there. That's a 4-0 lead. Man, with the Zygnus that we're playing, I definitely gotta say, I feel like upper echelon may have lost their own track, their own jam, you know?
No, I think you're absolutely right. This is maybe for the 4th time in a row we're going to see a dominant game of Search or Destroy, even on the defense, which we have seen be the easier side for the first 3 series of the night. Not necessarily the case here. Zygnus have just had their way with UE one way or another. A, B, doesn't matter. We take our time, we speed it up, we do whatever we can. First players come through. Slayah, oh my god, rounds the quarter, gets wallbang. Kimwax, gonna get the credit for the kill. Not sure how that happens, but it does. I don't know if it's gonna matter now. 2 players left standing here for Zygnus. This is a little bit of a... maybe a first round in favor of UE. There might be a second chance at life. Maybe we start to see a little bit of a mounting comeback. Maybe like we saw in that hard point. You're never down and out. And truly, you're down, but are you out? Are you tapping out? Are you done? Detri, oh my god, and Kimwax find 2. Almost instantly tying us back up, and Raph, now the last player alive. Does get the good positioning. The wrap there is good, but oh my god, you can't commit. They were both there. They were both there, Gil.
Oh, they were, man. They were. Raph, you were so close to bringing in points for your team. One more kill was needed, but you had no clue he was there. You should have committed to that push. And because of you not doing so, that's a 5-0 lead for Zygnus and an opportunity here on the last round to secure even more this round up, this game up. Few kills are going to be traded. A lot of aggression yet again by the hands of upper echelon. They get 2, they get 3. The only left alone is going to be Kimwax. Kimwax struggle on the hard point from right now. He's frying right now with 7 kills. Unfortunately, not took too much damage. And there's Slayah to finish him off. Finally, the first point is going to be there. We saw once again the hyper aggression from upper echelon, but it's not going to be enough. Losing 5-1. We're going to flip spawns, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think, Verdict, that we might get ourselves a victory for upper echelon, or at least some overtime getting upon us?
Man, that's a loaded question. They've got to make it through these first few rounds unscathed. Right now, the nade shot just coming through. Yeah, just grief after grief after grief. Can they bounce back, though? 2 players left standing. This attack round has literally blown up in front of you. The 2-piece from the nade shot certainly could end the hopes and dreams here for Game 3. Obviously, we've still got plenty of players left here. 2v2 style now as Slayah is going to be able to find the equalizer. Let me slow things down now. So you got to take this one round by round if you're UE. Can't expect to force anything. Obviously, we've seen you try to stuff yourselves right into the kitchen site. Well, nades are always a factor here. Detri and nVoi, they don't quite know it, but Detri is here on the A site, and nVoi is certainly in enemy territory in the modern site. He is going to be able to find the first free kill. Freus. Now it's all on Cryzo. Can he work a miracle here? Gonna need a 1v2 here to make this one a 5-2. If not, we are going to see this one go into a match point next round.
Probably will, but let's see. Cryzo, no control of the bomb. No more allies to help him out. 35 seconds on the clock. He is already going crazy. Left to right, left to right. Where are they at? Do I go for the bomb? Do I go elsewhere? Do I go around? Do I go straight? Right now, going to move through the staircases. A lot of good opportunity here for Detri hiding behind the bomb. Match point. Match point, ladies and gentlemen, for Zygnus eSports. Round number 8 only. And we've had hyper dominant games of hardpoint so far, Verdict.
Yeah. And also a very lopsided search and destroys to follow this up. What could be the last round. We'll see if anything changes for UE. It has been very, very tense here. The search and destroy have been walking on eggshells. Right now, you can't even tiptoe into the kitchen without being spotted. Tetillo's here, looking for anybody to make their peeking in. Surely enough, through the money room, he has found his hit. Pepe there for the trade. It's 2v3 now. Boys are hemorrhaging, but they have enough ice in the veins to clutch it up. It is a 1v2. Pepe's last hope. Bomb is going to be collected. And with that peek out to the money room, it's Detri. Hello. Game over. 7-1. Dominant search and destroy all the way around. Not even close. They're playing a different ball game in Zygnus. Really ramp it up there. Closes out. 2-0 across the board in this one. Yikes.
Man, I think Detri clutched, he got the last kill 4-5 rounds. He was just so calm, just being on the right place on the right time, you know what I mean? Detri was the one clutching the most, but you cannot take it away from all of his allies, Kimwax, nVoi, and Tetillo. Although you mentioned that more than struggling, he was definitely playing quite questionable on the side of Kimwax, but this time around for Search and Destroy, it's gonna be the MVP, 8 kills for him, 8 kills for Detri, 7 for nVoi, 6 for Tetillo. And that was a great way to play the Search and Destroy. It's quite interesting to me that all 4 Search and Destroyed were heavily dominated by one team or the other. It was not really a situation where we actually thought, we might go to overtime. Not at all at this tonight.
No, you're absolutely right. If you missed all the action, ladies and gentlemen, that one ended in a relatively quick fashion. We had one series go to distance. That was the Galaxia Gaming and Celeste. Celeste came out with a very fiery hardpoint, couldn't get the job done. in that 3-game spread, the reverse sweep for Galaxia Gaming as they move on to the winner side of things. Infinite Simplicity devour Devious in a very, very dominant performance in both the hardpoint and the Search and Destroy. Truly not giving Luminosity a run for their money. As a matter of fact, that was also a very lopsided Search and Destroy. Not having any close games in a Search. Very, very, very upset. But hey, it is what it is. Brackets-wise, what would we see in day number 2, Gil? I know we've got a bracket. I'm not going to show it because I don't like the way it's set up. But we are going to start with the lower bracket round 1, both games. It's going to be upper echelon and Celeste fighting off and squaring off with each other. And then we've got Truly and Devious in our second game of the night. Third and fourth games are going to be upper bracket round 2s, which will be LG and Infinite Simplicity and Zygnus eSports and Galaxia Gaming. I'll be sure to program those in the bot rigs before we join back on Thursday. I think that's the date. I have to check the graphics. I think it's Thursday. Today's Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
I believe it's Thursday. We come back. I know we have an off day. Thursday,
Yeah,
same time.
Thursday.
Got it.
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah.
Perfect. Just like regular mobile mayhem.
Yeah, filling in that gap, you know.
This is not an off season. This is a full season, man. We should make 4v4 a thing, bro. I'm just saying, maybe not necessarily now, but hell, may not be ever because of the way things are looking for comedy. You know, we can be hopeful. We can host offline events like this one, or out of off-season events like this one, you know, and have fun with it and enjoy it when we can. But 5v5s are chaotic as hell, bro. Just watching those spawns and hardpoints, absolutely gruesome at times. But that's going to be it for now. We've got plenty of action for Thursday. Join us back live 8 p.m. Eastern Time. As I mentioned, the matches above. We'll also be able to, say, hey, follow us on Twitter, too. We're going to be posting the action and, you know, what days to be alert for this series moving forward. I will also get it on YouTube sooner or later. So maybe by tomorrow. If not, we'll see it the next day. But, Gil, that is going to be it for the night. You got any words before we close out?
Not a lot, just that I definitely enjoyed these 4v4 matches that we've seen so far. Cannot wait to see more in the future. If you haven't, make sure you follow my boy Burdick, because you do not want to be missing this quote-unquote off-season action that we're getting here for Mobile Mayhem.
Oh, man. Rehan's already in chat butthurt, bro. Calm down. You lost. It is what it is, bro. It was 1 point. Payout slaved you by like 30, right? You know, take notes from Zygnus. They played the hill better. Okay, they closed it out. They didn't let the comeback happen. All right, that's gonna be it. All right, well, we're gonna see you guys live back on Thursday, 4v4 Pro 8s. Gonna be live then. Until then, we'll catch you later. Bye bye.